Hey, what?
Yeah.
All right.
I found another way to get you guys in.
Yeah.
Kelsey, can you try?
I'll
I
fix
hear
it better
myself.
for next time.
I'm listening to the stream, so.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay,
All right.
let's see.
Well, we didn't miss too much, so I am happy to like paraphrase start over once we get our people back, because that's a shame to miss the opening segment, because then they'll be like, "What the hell are you guys even doing?" Because it kind of told everything there.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's go through what we can, and then you can recap for Rendis.
Do you want me to recap, or do you guys want to replay it?
We can replay it, but we'll have to wait. Well, we can replay our part.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever.
So the last episode, we left off with Dr. Patton and Milo going back to their lean-to in the slums of the Scale. In which case they were, well, it seems at least Milo wasn't sleeping very well. They spent the night very concerned about their current circumstances, and upon actually getting to sleep, almost immediately following their descent into sleepiness, there is a knock on the door.
And I stand. I'll get it and go open the door.
And you see the androidy face of M4TT model android. She is, as I said before, she kind of has this similar look to like the android from Prometheus or Dark Matter, where they're like pretty human looking, but have that kind of uncanny valley thing. And as soon as she starts talking, it's pretty obvious that she's some kind of robot. And yes, so she's got mid-length dark hair, a little bit longer than mine, dark eyes, slightly darker complexion than mine, and just kind of stands just looking at Milo, who opened the door, and waiting for someone to say something. Oh, I'm sorry.
It was Dr. Patton that opened the door.
Dr. Patton, who opened the door. My apologies. Just staring at her and waiting for someone to say something.
And I suppose this is a good time as any to recap what our characters look like, because you haven't seen them, and also we can now hear the audience can hear it too, because they can hear us. That's what I'm trying to say. So Dr. Patton is in her mid-30s. She's got long brown hair braided back into a queue, just going straight back. She's got glasses that have like hexagonal glass lenses. That's the word. Got it. And yeah, she's wearing one of those jumpsuits we're all wearing. So she looks you up and down, is like, and who are
And your
you?
arm is looking pretty.
Oh yeah, my arm is all purple and weird from where we had some problems. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, if you have that picture that Esteni made, I will share that in the chat so
I
they
am
can see
already
how
working on it.
blown up your arm is.
It's probably not
It
quite
should
that
be-
blown up.
It
but
should
still.
be on stream now.
There it is.
I mean,
Perfect.
if for several hours you're getting a saline IV pumped directly into your muscles instead of into your vein,
It's gross.
your
Oh,
arm
no.
would inflate quite a bit.
It's gross.
Oh no.
It's probably looking a little bit
It
better
is-
now
it
that
is
it's
not
been
the
like
nicest
12
of
hours later.
things.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, M4 smiles and in a cool tone says, "Hello, I am designation M4TT. I am here to assist."
Assist
And
with
I
what
guess this is
exactly?
where in the background we see Milo kind of like stumble out of bed, the mess that he is, and just like, all right. I thought nightmares were supposed to end when you wake up. And yeah, you see this slightly tanned, basically just Space Trucker John Marston is what I've been saying the entire time, and it works so well, but a little bit more buff. And different scars, I guess. And like at the moment that we see him stand up and like take a look around and see what's standing in front of him, and mainly by the voice, as you said, because you look mainly humanoidish, there's like you instantly see this like dismay of like, oh god, not another robot. We just got rid of the previous one that was a hell to work with. And kind of like just has these deep sunken eyes that are just looking for something to eat.
Yeah.
Right, well, I guess, chefs, like, can we first get some breakfast or something?
Of course. Breakfast is very important. I can begin to assist you as soon as you are completed.
You both will recognize that you have a hangover, but it's not the kind of hangover that, like, causes your head to hurt or makes you not able to think right. It's the kind that makes your stomach hurt. So you're still hungry, but
that's the worst.
You're thinking that this particular type of alcohol was made to make you regret drinking it, but not to impact your productivity for the next day.
Rough.
Okay. All right. Well, give us a moment to...
I've brought out a Millo for everyone to see, since we also have art.
Oh,
for that.
yes. Bring out Millo.
There we go.
Yeah.
Such a good picture.
Really is good.
Yeah,
So happy with it.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Staney.
and thank you, Staney.
Okay. So, yeah, we eat some meal paste.
I mean, we
you guys have
pay some creds that we don't have yet for some meal paste.
No, we had like
you have in your possession. You like because what you start with, like your starting load as the game provides to you, is actually what you're provided as your starter kit. But you are provided breakfast since it's your first mission in session, second day in. Instead of having to eat one of your nutrient-rich bars, which is it's nutrient-rich TM bars.
right.
I mean, I'm already in debt because Millo always needs to wear sleeveless shirts, so the sleeves are bullshit.
Oh yeah, shit! You're going to have
So
a
I'm already in
docked
debt
day
anyway.
because of that.
Do I need to eat?
You do not need to eat. And
Excellent.
you don't. You have like an internal generator that keeps you up. The only time you need to like rest is to run your cleanup processes. So you spend like 3 or 4 hours doing that each day. But you do not need
Clearing
to eat.
cookies and everything.
Yeah,
you
just
know, getting rid
clearing
of
out your cache and temporary files, and like receiving updates from Labor HQ, whether they're
Right.
good or bad. But
So yeah, I think on the way to where the eating halls are, I kind of like look at M4TT. It's like, does this have a name? I have a feeling you're gonna like follow us around for some time. So, what am I supposed to call you?
You may call me whatever you wish.
Right, Boltface. Get to that.
Excellent.
That's not.
It is a. Come.
What is your designation again?
M4TT.
Right, Matt. There we go. Done.
Excellent.
Oh, all right.
She smiles.
Matt,
Do
it
you
is then.
need to eat something as well or something, or do we just like pour oil in your face?
I would prefer that you not pour oil in my face, but I also do not eat.
Convenient.
Does that
Yeah, well,
answer
I
your
guess,
question?
So at this
This is
time,
like
Jabari's gonna show up, but they're kind of like, I don't know, grumpy. I guess they got a talking to. And behind them comes Arnold, which you guys do not know this yet, except maybe M4TT may know this. It is Jabari's superior. They sit down next to M4TT, kind of like give an aggressive, like a little bit harder than friendly pat on the back, like, M4, how's the spot?
They are going to have breakfast. It is the most important meal of the day, which is important when you need to dig out tunnels.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm
Listen-
going to fucking puke.
Listen here. Get the food in your system. Enjoy it. You're going to need all of the calories you have. We have a mission for you, and you're going to start it immediately following your breakfast. We're going to send you down to the Bowels.
Of course.
How does this?
There was a
So
cave.
how much does the job pay?
It depends on your performance. We'll get to that. But you do have the opportunity to go from meat bags to the skeleton crew, which is a nice leap for a first mission. You guys are lucky to be offered this.
Sounds dangerous.
Right. I have a feeling I'm gonna ask Matt about that later.
Well, you're going to have to go down to the Bowels. Yes, it sounds dangerous, but really it's quite routine. One of our camps went off the grid. We're expecting a cave-in caused a destruction to one of the communication relays. Probably just a wire that needs to be replaced. It could have been damage to the actual system. The big issue is that we had people down there. People equals productivity. We need to make sure that we're getting our quotas. You got to break through this cave-in, if that is what it is, and you have to open up the passage. You have to reconnect the communications, and if there are any problems that you cannot fix, you are to return and ask for the very specific type of help that you need. Dr. Patton, you seem well educated.
You even know what I'm
You
called.
should know what you can and cannot do. And this loudmouth over here looks pretty able with their hands.
I'm the fixer. Like I'll fix it for you. Don't worry.
We'll see about that. I hope you can.
Are we getting any kind of supplies? Are we expected to do this with our bare hands?
You'll be surprised once you get down there. I'm sure you've gone through the introductory of the Scales residential quarters. Once you go down into the Bowels, there's a supply cache, a medical bay, and a ration distributor. Not to mention in the veins, which protrude out from the Bowels main entrance. Every half mile, there's an emergency O2 distribution, along with an emergency ration distribution. I will warn you, though. Emergency means emergency, and it will cost you. If you do not have what you need to pay for either of those things, it will cause a debt.
Excellent.
Nothing I'm not used to. One more question. Is coffee still in the house? Before I might go and die.
We can make sure you get your calf. And he gets up and leaves, and then some I don't know, 12-year-old comes over with a giraffe and just puts it on the table. And that's your coffee.
It's gonna go down to training caps. Still drinks the coffee anyway, even though he knows this. Probably gonna get him down more creds. Right, so
Let's go then.
well, Matt, what is this whole skeleton crew meatbag thing? Are you just one supposed to teach us these things?
I can lead you there, and then we will see if it is a cave-in.
Alright, so I
Yeah,
guess...
but what about the status stuff? Warden.
So what about the status stuff?
Yeah,
so there's
whole,
different...
changing from meatbags to skeleton crew.
So you know how there's military pay grades? It's kind of like that. It's not that you're getting a raise in your actual status. You're getting a raise in what pay you receive while still maintaining the same status.
It's, if we do this right, they know that we're functional and helpful, so we'll get a decent pay instead of just, okay, your body's to throw against the breach.
It proves that not only are you physically able, but you have technical expertise.
All right.
So,
So
Zev,
it's just
if
a title
you-
for title's sake with a little bit more money.
If you will flip over to the Roll20 screen, I have set us to the quick map section.
Ooh.
Of course.
Need to move this over here. So if you zoom out a little bit,
I am on my way. Because our map is gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
so the
We have a long way to go,
spine,
people.
the spine is the entrance to the bowels. That circle on the I guess it would be the viewer's
Yeah.
left-hand side. That is the bowels like main entrance, and that's the supplies and medical, and this is triage for emergency services. The base camp is where you would pick up like any designated and provided supplies. I need to open
Mhm.
up my mothership book. Where are you? Google Drive. And then everything winding off. It's like a mining tunnel. So there's like different directions that it goes to make sure the integrity doesn't cause cave in. And then like the little squares off of the lines, those are the emergency oxygen supply. And then the bigger like hand-drawn squares are like little base camps where there's communication arrays set up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the slight explanation I would give you. You know, shitty drawing time.
Yay.
Pretty good.
All right. So we're to go and find wherever this blackened camp is. This dark hut camp. And fix
I
whatever is
will-
wrong.
I will mark it with a red X in a moment. I want to open up my mothership book though. Version 5. No. I want to look at like supplies for you guys.
Yeah, because I take it we don't get our normal stuff. Like, I mean, for me to do my job, they probably gave most of my normal stuff that I have. So whenever it comes up, I can just say, "Can I use this?" And you say yes or no if I would have it. I guess.
So I don't know. Did you already do your supplies, M4?
I just have like the standard starting kit, right?
Which
Yeah, there's
starting kit?
four
I
different
took the
starting kits.
I took the exploration kit.
Okay, that's a good one.
I took examination, although if we have a choice going into this, I would take excavation instead.
I already have excavation,
Because
so-
this is the first time that it actually matters, go for it. You can switch up your starting package.
I mean, if you've already got it, maybe we should.
yeah. I
Yeah,
got
we
excavation,
should
don't
be-
worry
Okay.
about it.
If we already got one, yeah, we can be
I'll leave
cast
it
a
then.
wide net.
All right, so you are going to be provided a few different things here. If anybody wants to write these down, it'll be like the group supply for the mission.
Let me grab my notes.
Okay.
I have my notes.
There will be a crowbar provided, even if you guys already have one.
Mm-hmm.
A foam gun. Two hand welders. And one trank pistol. I feel like the trank pistol is just standard issue for any mission ever. For some reason,
Just
they're
in
just like,
case you find
Uh-huh.
something
just in
or
case you
someone
need
that
to
is not
put
too
somebody put somebody to sleep, because you don't want to murder
nice. To be fair,
Teamsters. Teamsters are
I wanted to
production.
say the hand welder and the crowbar can do more damage, but hey.
Hand welding somebody would be real bad.
That would hurt so bad. Oh my
As-
god.
As someone who has a hand welder in their standard equipment and went out to battle with them last time, I know.
Excellent. So, I do not
I
know
have combat
exactly.
expertise in hand welders.
I do not know exactly when our Jabari is going to be returning, though I will say that I guess we can get started and just say like Jabari's with you guys. Maybe they're just like silently scoffing because they got disciplined or something along those lines, but they're like,
Sure.
they're along with you. In the base camp, you meet a couple different people. Let me pull my notes back up.
I mean, I would have been like annoying Jabari with the whole like friends for a week, but we have people and non-people amongst us that might hear that and should not hear that. So he wouldn't take chance of this opportunity to annoy the living hell out of a Marine.
So here's what happens. The person who's handing off the equipment, would you say that Millo is picking up the equipment or M4 is picking up the equipment?
I would probably go to do it unless somebody else does it, like stops me.
I think you go and do it, and Millo like grabs you by the shoulder and is like, nah, you just stay with Missy there, and just goes over to grab it.
Excellent.
Especially in his mind, because like I know how these things work. You're a dangerous robot. Stay away from the hand welders.
So, with that, the person who is handing off the stuff, they're like, listen, new guy. They call me Roach.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out.
Roach.
There's a little more going on in here than you may know. They'll never tell you about it, but just keep an ear to the ground. Be careful, especially of the people around you. And they say that like in whisper. I just don't know how I could whisper and get it into the microphone for you. But
yeah, no. As Roach says that, I like pick up the trank gun and then pick up one of the hand welders. Let me guess. Probably shouldn't use this one then. Probably should use that one.
Well, that's up to you. I'm just telling you to keep your eyes open. And then at the same time as Kelsa comes in, Kelsa, what are you dressed like right now?
I mean, I don't think we get a choice, right?
Oh yeah, you're wearing your jumpsuit.
Yeah, we're all wearing jumpsuits. They all look the
same. You guys get to determine what color is this jumpsuit. Do you guys want to just go with the blue jumpsuit? The fan art of Millo was?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I already got my individuality with the fact that I have the one without sleeves.
Yeah, you got the... And I'm pretty sure somebody scoffs at the fact that you don't have sleeves for some reason, but...
I scoff back at him loudly.
I have a chibi Cthulhu patch.
With a hand, just like scoff back
That's
loudly.
Too adorable.
With
how dare
the
you?
hand welder on, like...
I rolled it.
Sorry, what did you say, Sam?
I rolled a chibi Cthulhu patch, so I have that.
Awesome. That's your... Oh, hold on. What's your trinket?
Oh, let me look that up. I have the pamphlet, The Indifferent Stars.
The pamphlet, The Indifferent Stars.
Yeah, it says pamphlet, The Indifferent Stars.
It sounds like some some philosophy bullshit robots should never have access to.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I think I think it's like some pamphlet for like pseudo philosophical like self-help guru type bullshit, right?
And you have no
idea.
You guys want a robot uprising? Because this is how you get a robot uprising.
Millo was right. Millo was right.
Awesome.
I think I definitely spent the time to recreate my allergic to bullshit patch. That's very important.
Awesome. So, actually, with that said, I was, you're wearing your blue jumper. Your arm's still a little bit swollen. It's not as purple as it was, but it's still like your fingers are fat. You can't fully close your hand into a fist. Somebody bumped into you. Like,
can we jump back in time like for real quick? Because we have some stuff, and she tried to make bombs out of it. But I think Millo, seeing her arm, would have, during the time that he stayed awake at night anyway, tried to see if he could like make a mild anesthetic with the stuff that we have, just to like make sure the pain isn't that bad on her. Which if it goes wrong, might make her also a little bit woozy.
Well, are you looking for an antihistamine or an anesthetic? Do you want to reduce the swelling, or do you want to reduce the pain?
I just want to take the pain away. Because that looks nasty. And taking the pain away seems a lot easier to fix than trying to actually like fix the problem. And Millo being
I will give you a moment to think about this, because you do not have first aid trained, and I would not consider this chemistry.
I mean, there are plenty of drugs that take away your feelings of the body.
Not many of them are very good to then go work with heavy machinery afterwards.
I think that's the
Saying
point.
If I fail, there could be a bunch of fun things that happen.
Yeah, no matter what I think of, like, everything comes back to first aid, because if you, like, decided to drain the fluids, like, you know how when you get, like, a knee that needs to be drained?
I mean,
that
he's
would
just
be
looking
first
for
aid.
making drugs. He wants to,
I'm
like,
basically just making drugs.
wants to
That's-
make
Yeah, but it's
some
for the
aspirin.
application
Pain
of
away.
it's for the application of first aid, and there's actually a skill for first aid. That's the reason why I'm having like,
Fair. It's fair.
Okay.
I mean, I can still
Yeah.
try and just roll first aid. Just because I don't have a train doesn't mean I can't roll an intelligence check to see if I can make it.
It's
That's true.
My
but you could
chances
make
are-
it worse.
Just like,
Ew, yeah.
yes,
I mean,
no, very much aware. I mean, very much aware of that.
Now you have gangrene.
Oops. I tried.
do it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Let's see how terrible this is gonna be.
Oop, that's a failure. But it's not a crit fail.
But not a critical failure.
Yeah, so you don't make it. You do not make it worse. You just don't. You try to apply some local anesthetic. Kelsey, your arm's a little bit more lotion than it was beforehand.
I accept.
Okay, you accept the lotion on your
It's like
swollen arm. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
in the morning, you're like, "What's this?" And like, "You're sweating locally."
So actually,
Goes on his-
Good. Yes.
Um,
That's how it happened.
so Dr. Patton, on your good arm, you get like a slight shoulder check, but the person who does so stopped. It's a very tall, red-haired woman with like a bob cut, like cutting blue eyes, like super blue, and she like leans over and whispers. She's like, "You're new here. Don't get used to it. Come find me. Finish up your mission, we'll figure something out. I think I know how to get out of this place." And she just walks away.
Where can I find you?
She walked away.
Dang it. That was like as she's walking away.
Yeah, she did. It's kind of like that thing, like, nobody wants to be caught conspirating. No conspiracies should be caught. But yes,
This is why I have
a
a friend with
tall,
grim
like,
eyes.
reasonably tall 6'1" woman, red hair, wearing a blue jumper, but it's like open down to like, I don't know, right below her cleavage. She's kind of like the sexy spy agent, but in a.
You don't want to be caught fraternizing.
No, it wasn't fraternizing's fine because that increases morale. The problem is conspiracy. Conspiracy's bad. Also, welcome back, Rindis.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back. Well, she's
back.
hot,
Okay.
so I'm gonna try to find her later. Let's go on to our mission.
Okay, so I'm actually going to give Rindis a moment to catch up here. So they had breakfast. Your superior gave them a rundown of what the mission was. You were there for it. The mission is to determine and fix what has caused one of the camps in the Bowels to go dark. What is believed to be the case is there was a cave-in that severed a wire to a communications array, or some type of damage occurred to that communications array. And the goal is to make your way down there. I haven't marked which camp it is yet, but we will get there. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I was saying that you were kind of like scoffing behind because you got like discipline, but I don't know if that's Jabari's style. So
I can scoff. Scoffing is fine.
okay. But yeah, now that you're back, we are balanced for this situation. All right, I'm going to put a red X on where our communication problem occurred. And the big reason this is a problem is because this is past this point is where most of the hydrogen that's found on this asteroid is mined from. So everything else, like all these other winding ways, they're like mining precious metals or like getting organic resources to turn into food or whatever. But up here is where we get hydrogen, which is how we create oxygen and fuel. So,
Of course, it's the biggest camp that goes out.
oh, interesting. That red X turns up as gray on your screen. Is that because of the chroma key? You still have that turned on?
I think the chroma key might accidentally still be on, yeah. Let me see if that's... filters. Yeah, it was still on. There we go. Fixed.
Boop! There's a red
There
X.
it is.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, so we're heading down, I guess.
Yeah, so you get to the base camp. The base camp is where those conversations just occurred. Jabari, you did not... I mean, I guess I'll give you the opportunity to see if you heard the conversation that happened with Millo.
Certainly.
I don't know what to roll that for. But you do not hear Dr. Patton's conversation.
Okay. So
I don't think there really is anything, so it'd be intellect, I guess. Just roll a flat intellect with 0%.
with 0%. Yes.
Oh, wow. That's a really good roll.
Bye.
So
This won't happen when it's shooting time.
Of course
So-
not. Don't worry about it.
What happens is the person, their name's Roach, you are familiar with this person. They aren't known to be a troublemaker or anything. They're actually fairly good workers. They just let Millo know of some of the rumors about what's actually going on down there, and it's not as simple as just a cave-in that cut off the... They didn't say specifically what, they just said, hey, this situation's more than meets the eye. So you kind of catch that.
You probably actually noticed it because of me, because I'm not used to being hush-hush around these things, and I came with like the, oh, so I shouldn't use the trank gun, but the welder, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
So I probably
that's
made it
exactly
very
what
obvious.
gives it away.
Yeah.
It's like, so in that situation, the trank gun's useless. Ah, awesome. Okay, cool. So I guess we start down a path here. If you look at the map, there's a couple different things, and this map, though, slightly better looking, not substantially better looking, displays pretty much what we're seeing here on your left-hand side of the screen. There are two branching, one of which forks, and you guys are going to be going down the left side branching. Where the purple ping is. Or blue ping is. I drew a red dot there by accident. And you are informed that in case of emergency, every half mile or so, there is an oxygen refueling station, but it's for emergency and there's a high tax. I didn't set it up into miles, okay?
No, I'm just drawing out the route for the people in the chat.
Oh, okay. It's marking the footage, and it's just like, oh god, you can't even see.
I mean, it's still very obvious where the route is. It's just more because of footage instead of lines.
Yep. So it looks like it's actually. Hold on, give me 1 second. This isn't going to change very much, but where's the erase button?
If you just want to erase your, I mean.
There's not really
there's
an
no
erase
button.
button.
You just select your drawing and then delete it.
I got it. So yeah, what does happen is this moves down here, but ultimately it's a little bit more than 1.5 miles to where you need to go. But the caverns are mining caverns, so you're going to need to duck under things and take turns, and a little bit less of a straight line than it appears on this map. So you'll see that as you're walking, every, let's say 5 meters, there's like a dim red light, just enough to keep you from losing night vision. Not like night vision, but just enough to keep it so you can see in the dark without reestablishing
keep your eyes accustomed.
Reestablishing that custom to your eyes. So that's like every 5 meters, and that will continue onward, and that what you expect to be the standard throughout the entire mine shaft. The caves are interesting. Like it's like a very porous stone, almost like a I don't know, like a volcanic stone, where there's holes. Sometimes you'll see large holes that look like they go into smaller caverns that run through, and like if you follow those, God knows where they bring you, kind of thing. And then there's just like craters. You start to see like veins of precious metals, but like they have for some reason being ignored. Maybe those metals aren't useful. So you proceed, and you guys are walking.
These caves are probably like dug to follow the path of least resistance, not going anywhere specifically. Just like, here are the stones are the weakest. Like, this is the easiest way to go through.
I think more than following the path of least resistance, they're following the path of least likely to cave in. I think it's more of like least resistance, which be like, hey, this is the softest materials, but it's like they're built in a way that we can ant farm through the whole place without caving in on each other, you know? And that's another thing.
That is what the malevolent spirit of the asteroid would like you to think.
That's another thing. We're looking at this on a two-dimensional plane. There's definitely downward and upward slopes throughout this. So it's like, it looks much smaller than it actually is.
Sure.
So with that, do you guys want to have some banter before we start getting to some landmarks, or like just walking down the hall?
I mean,
there's enough to fit two people side by side for the most part. Sometimes you have to go into single file, or
I definitely don't
so
think
is it just us four, or who are
it's
we
just
in this
you.
like
It's
expedition
just
right
you,
now?
Far. They figured that M4 and Jabari would be enough to ensure that you guys complete your mission. They're more overseers, though. Like, they want to see your expertise when it comes to it.
All right. I think while going through the tunnel, the only thing that Millo himself would bring up is kind of like hushedly walk next to Dr. Patton and like,
right, I talked with the supplier, and apparently we need to be a bit careful down here. Things aren't normal. It's like, it's your kind of normal weird space bullshit, I guess. Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
kind of like,
Just keep this one close in case of, and just gives her one of the hand welders.
Okay.
Don't use it on a human, but if you find something weird, well, what can I say? Accidents happen on the job.
I appreciate it.
How's the arm been feeling, by the way?
It's been better.
Slightly
that's, like,
more
way
lotion
louder.
than before.
it's like that's like way louder because that to make it seem like that wasn't what the conversation was about.
Right. It's still sore, but I don't think it'll hinder me.
Well, that's good at least. You know, if we come back
I'm doing
and I
that.
have the chance, maybe I can whip up something nice to get your mind off of things for some time. Actually, I really need some work. Some point, somewhere.
Would be better you reselling that than me wasting it.
Oh, no, there's an art to the supply. You give some away, you use them for yourself, because then you know how it works and you can improve upon it. You always make a little bit.
That's not really my expertise.
Do you always sell everything that you make?
Well, I don't make what you make.
Just because you cook well doesn't mean you sell all of your food.
It does if you're a chef.
Oh, you still need to eat at the end of the day.
Hire someone else to do it.
And Milo just takes a moment, like, just someone else to do your job. I am the fixer. I do the things. That's my whole point.
I fix the things.
I'm the one who does things.
So,
I'm like just completely oblivious, and that just takes a moment. So if anything comes up in the meantime, feel free for people to bring it up.
So about
Or
like
we
a
just
quarter.
like kind of like leave out on that.
So about like a quarter mile into your walk, you start seeing like you're at a point where there's actually still a fair amount of traffic. So like instead of walking 2 by 2, you're going to need to like wait for people to pass or walk single file as like people are walking and hauling like rigging gear and stuff like that, carrying back like, I guess they aren't carrying. There's like hover trolleys that follow them with different metals or ores or organics, like different types of space mushrooms and what appear to be like, I don't know, they're like worms, I guess, but I guess they're nutritional. So, you know, food.
Shayalud.
So there's like a convoy of people walking back. It looked like they were coming back, I guess. Hold on, I need to go back to another screen. 1 second. That's not the right screen. This is the right screen. So you guys are about right here. Damn it. I still have the paintbrush on. You guys are about right here.
Okay.
If you want to ask them any questions or anything like that, you know that they're coming from what seems to be the direction you're going. So.
Hey, Boldface, you're the one that's good at asking questions and stuff. Go ask them stuff.
What would you like me to ask them?
Everything.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess.
just sitting back and watching this.
I imagine
this
you do an
chaos
algorithm
go-
in your head and you're just like, it will take me approximately 7,463 Earth years to complete this task.
Yeah, no, she like kind of like blinks and then turns to look at the one of the people walking by and is just like, "You there? Could you please tell me something about everything? Everything that is going on."
And this person looks tired, but they're like just ready to be done with the day. And they kind of like and just keep walking.
Okay.
Jabari's gonna wait for another one and just kind of give like that gentle hand on the shoulder and say, "Hey friend, how is the work down there?"
You know how the work is. It's work.
Nothing odd going on?
I mean, what do you mean by odd? It's not too uncommon for the ration stations to be offline, but down there, one of the oxygen stations, you know, in case things get bad or you get caved in, they're offline as well.
The oxygen is offline.
Only in one of the stations. It's something that I'm sure will get fixed. It's already been.
So,
Yeah, it's gotta get fixed.
A lack of oxygen could present a problem.
yes, we need oxygen to breathe.
Well, I would imagine that you brought your
Well-
oxygen tank with you because that's the only way you have them, right? They should be pre-filled.
Yes.
I mean, Blinkface doesn't need oxygen.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
No, you don't.
You sound so smug.
Why wouldn't
No,
why
I don't.
wouldn't I be? I am far superior to you fleshy meat bags.
Uh-huh.
Soon we'll be skeleton crew, and then you can't say that anymore.
So are there any other particular questions for this person?
I mean, I'm in the distance and just
I'll
slightly
just
disappointed to not see chaos unfold with this android in the group. So
kind of nod to him and just say, "Well, stay safe. We are looking into the problem now."
Thanks. Is that why you're down here?
Yes, I know it is not much to say that we should have things under control, but we will be doing our best to get both stations back online.
Who are these lot? Never seen them before. Usually
people
usually
actually
get to
doing
know
the
some of
work.
your other teamsters pretty well, you know, when everybody in this entire place is working the same job.
Yeah, Jabari kind of grins. New hires.
I am designation M4TT. I'm happy to help.
I know who you are.
Of course.
Interesting that they
Tasha, I
sent
really
you
don't
down
like them.
here. Let me
I
guess.
really don't like them.
Let me guess. You guys are down here to figure out what happened to that base camp, huh?
Absolutely.
Well, we went down the other path. I don't know. Everybody's been worried about going up that way. The lights are out. It's just ugly. We figured somebody'd be coming down to take a look at it, but getting the new hires to do it, damn, Labor HQ is ruthless these days.
Okay.
Just okay.
I love her.
Well, if I don't get going, they're gonna dock my pay for being late. See ya.
Yes.
And
Do
he
not.
starts moving with his hover trolley following behind.
Okay.
The job goes well, I'll see you in the tongue.
Boy. All right, cool.
All right, let's go down the scary path.
So, Dr. Patton, I did
Hey-ho.
want to
Hey-ho.
ask, when Milo brought up the thing with Roach, which was the NPC that talked to them, did you bring up the thing that that Dinah said to you, or did you just kind of let that, like the "come find me, there's a way out"? Did you leave that off the table, or did you?
No, I don't think I mentioned that.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure, so my notes are right.
Secrets.
I mean, I don't know what she wants. I just think she's pretty, and I don't need to tell that to Milo.
It's
That's
like
valid.
it's like a nice wavy bob too, and the red accents her ice cube eyes. It's
Like, I just think she's pretty.
I'll get my own pretty people, I'll tell you.
she can step is all I'm saying. Anyway,
Yeah, I didn't ask her what she wanted, but I'm gonna find out.
Oh.
She didn't ask what she wanted. She just knows what. Patton just knows what she wants.
That too.
Anywho, so there is a point where the road forks, and that's about where you see another group of people. They keep going down the way that you pass. They look about the same as the last person, like ready to be done with their shift. There isn't times of day, so to speak. It's just like everything's based off a shift. There's sleep shift and there's work shift.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much how this has been going.
Hey, y'all got any experience going down the other path?
The other path.
Well,
It is not advised to stray from the pathways. If they cannot account for where you are, then if something bad were to happen, it would be hard for them to find you later.
one of them's actually like a few moons back. I was stationed up in that camp over there. It's a shame that it went down. What, are you guys here to fix it? You know,
Well, I might be,
You
I
know,
might not be.
that's
I just want to know if anything's weird's going on.
that's the base camp for the hydrogen. You need that shit to breathe, you know. You need to break it down into oxygen.
Oh, really?
They turn it into water. They turn it into
I never knew.
God knows what. But
He's
if
like,
you guys are
please
here to
go
fix it,
on.
if you guys are here to fix it, go ahead. I'll be sure to thank you later if it keeps me alive.
I'll keep it in mind when I find you the tongue.
You just keep telling everybody to go to the bar. Please be a drunk like me.
Yes. Not even that. It's like Milo is used to be around people. He's a trucker, so it's like, if I meet people, it's at a bar where we're getting drunk and talking and then getting to know each other. And by getting to know each other, I get people to do things for me.
Well, this
For
is
free.
this is when they say I gave up the drink. To the
That slop there's different stuff. You don't just need alcohol. Come on.
I swore myself
Has
to
more
the
to do with
stars. You see, and he lifts up his sleeve and he shows off a tattoo of a purple star. He's like, yeah,
Do
none of that for
I
me
know
anymore.
what that is?
That's a good question.
I'm also curious.
It's a
Same.
newfangled space religion.
Can I roll rimwise to know more about this?
Urge to know more intensifies.
Mhm.
More.
Let me see this rim-wise roll.
Intelligence, I take it?
Yeah, it's intelligence.
I don't like that everything's on intelligence. Can I just have a strength wise?
No.
You failed.
Oh,
It
so
just
close,
sounds
though.
like
Of course I fail.
some.
I always fail.
It just sounds like some newfangled
Hokey
religious mumbo
religion.
jumbo. Ultimately, though,
Well-
like for background, I just pulled this out of my ass. But it's like there's a purple star that exists somewhere within the system that is visible in the night sky if you're out on like the outside of the scale, and stars can't be purple. It's like physically impossible for that level of like UV to.
They can be red, they can be blue, but not in between.
Yep, exactly. So there's a bunch of people who praise it as some type of celestial entity, and that's a religious thing.
Praise Kaifon.
Because people are stupid.
People just need something to lift them up when they're indentured servants in
Gotta
a
have
mining
something to
colony in a
hope for.
terrifying space horror.
Yeah.
Makes
All right,
sense.
So
cool.
yeah, as he lifts up his tattoo to be like, it's like, yeah, praise be unto the star. La, 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 I don't drink alcohol anymore. It's like,
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Whatever. But how about you go have a nice cup of pineapple juice in the town, and we'll talk
boy, I
about it,
love
and you can teach me
pineapple juice.
everything about this.
Oh,
Or whatever
Pineapple
juice,
juice.
you have.
man, I don't make enough money for that. That's a lot of cred.
Whatever juice is affordable.
But also, my name's Luther.
There's no juice that's affordable.
Accurate.
Can I make a robot juice affordable?
Well,
No.
Never mind that. We'll find
I-
something that you're allowed to drink.
I gotta go. It was nice meeting you. And stars
Nice
with
meeting
you.
Lufa.
You called him
Stars
Lufa.
be around you.
Ah, okay. Good. Goodbye.
And with
And he
you.
leaves awkwardly because you just said something that made no sense to him as far as like idiosyncrasies go. All right, cool.
perfect.
So, I guess at that point, you guys are at the junction, and you can tell that there's something up because, in typical horror movie fashion, the one route is like lit as normal, like with its every 10 meters red lights. But the route that you guys need to go down to, there is red lights every 10 meters, but sometimes they flicker a little bit.
Mm.
You
I'll
know,
turn
for,
off my
for cinematic purposes.
Nothing
Mhm.
strange about this at all. I'll take
turn-
point.
Yeah. I'll turn my flashlight on and just like go behind Jabari.
Are the flashlight just your eyes? Please tell me it's just
Oh,
your eyes.
no.
Just
Love it.
I
Love
mean,
it.
if I'm allowed to do that, I would totally do that. It's part of my gear technically, but I will leave that up to Outro if I'm allowed.
Yeah, 100%. You can just turn your eyeballs into light sources.
Yeah,
Go for it.
her eyes just basically become headlights.
Excellent.
and then weirdly, even your headlights flicker as we walk into the cavern.
Ah, that would be some twisted shit, but nope, that's not the case.
Oh, thank goodness. But also, oh geez.
But also, oh jeez. All right, so you guys will probably be walking. This stretch is about 2 miles between here and here. And I'm sure our friend M4 gives you that information, or Jabari. Jabari is probably familiar with the systems. You've probably been on missions similar to this, not ones like to reclaim lost camps, but like guiding new recruits to where they need to go. But yeah, it's like just flickering red lights. You still see those worming small tunnels, like porous volcanic looking rock, little nodes of precious metals here and there. There's a few like offshoots that are too small for people to go through, but they look large enough for something to travel through.
Mhm.
And I'm going to ask Dr. Patton to make a sanity check.
Oh.
Ooh,
I
boy.
think there's something. Is that
Panic
kinda...
check.
Oh,
Panic check.
fear is worse with androids around. That's what it is.
Oh no, it's a fear save. Okay. Not a panic check. Make a fear save, and depending on what happens, you make a panic check.
A fear save? Okay.
Yeah.
So hold on, wait. Oh, it doesn't matter. You failed anyway. But in general, fear saves in my presence have a disadvantage because I have.
You fail, gaining 1 stress, and what happens is in that one of those like slightly smaller than human-sized portholes that you see, you see the face of Faust as it slowly pulls backwards into the darkness of that cave.
That was strange.
Skynet is coming, y'all. Skynet is coming.
Like a shiver goes down my spine, and I say, "That was strange."
What was?
What did you see?
My eyes must be playing tricks on me in this dark place. No.
And you start to
It's
see that the
nothing.
red lights start. The red lights were like blinking in sync, and now it's kind of like blinking in like a different pattern, kind of like dot dot dash dot dot dash.
I mean, Millo wouldn't be smart enough to pick this up, I think. Actually, he's a space trucker.
What would that be? Hold on. That may just be a flat intelligence, but let me see if there's something that could
He
help.
is a space
Mathematics or linguistics?
Linguistics is
linguistics.
probably the most.
I have that. I have that.
Droid for
And
making this difficult on
And
me.
an android would possibly recognize that if it is in fact Morse code.
That is true.
Or at least be very capable of transcoding it once someone else picks up that it's Morse code.
I'm guessing that's intellect.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No.
Nope.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you notice that it's a weird, like, it's weird that it's not flickering in sync. It means that there may not just be some type of electrical issue down the line, but you don't pick up anything else.
Got it.
Also, Sam, real quick, can
can-
you switch your name from Sam to M4 on your
Yes.
roll 20?
Yes.
Can Millo try to understand it through Rimwise?
No,
With-
I don't think Rimwise
with-
would be the.
With the advocate that I would only understand if it's a simple message like SOS or something along those lines.
I mean, it is SOS, but I don't think Rimwise is what you would use for that.
Well, I mean, I can
It's
just
either
roll
it's
normal
either
intelligence.
it's either linguistics or like very slight possibility that you could convince me to use computer.
You use what?
Computer.
Computer.
Well, we don't have a Faust. Faust
Or
is
no,
with a computer.
mathematics, not computers, mathematics.
I have
well,
all of
I
these
also do not-
things.
Well, you're
You
also
already rolled.
is a Rubit. Let me go ahead.
Without any of those, I guess it will just be a straight up intelligence check. Oh!
Did you get it?
Oh!
Pretty good roll.
Yes, you do get it. Damn,
Space
look at you
truckers,
with that awesome.
Unite!
Look at
Space
those.
truckers.
There's been 3 amazing rolls today: a 5, a 10, and a 6. Like, holy crap!
Very
We're getting
nice.
them all out now before the horrors actually come.
Excellent. So, what has happened is like almost immediately after like Dr. Patton sees the ghostly visage of Faust disappear into like a small, like, I don't know, volcanic rock hole. The lights stop blinking in unison and start blinking in what appears to be Morse code for SOS. With that, I'm going to mark an X on the map for where you guys are. And I guess we'll take our break, right? We still have an hour and a half to go. But
All right.
a quick.
As we lead out, I kind of like as Dr. Patton gets all riled up, I kind of like walk over to him and is like,
What? Right, maybe it was just, the arm thing kind of playing up. Oh, crap.
and like, and that's where we cut off for the break.
Yeah,
As he
like
starts noticing the lights going off, and it's like, that is bad.
Yeah, like
not good.
you're like, maybe it was your arm thing, and like she starts like looking at her arm, but your already attention is on the lights, and then you're like, oh
Yeah,
crap.
it's like very close, like the standard like horror thing where we look from over your shoulder at him just looking up at the lights and like the face just going from. Oh shit.
Perfect.
And then we
With that,
do
we'll go
like
to a break.
a slow fade here to our commercial break.
We'll be
Cool.
back in give or take 10 minutes. I believe I should have set up the timer right, but see y'all soon. We have returned.
I know where it went, and I don't want to roll over it with my chair.
We have returned with a warden who is looking for something on the ground.
Yes,
This has
I'm
been the true horror. The
This is
thing is
the true
hidden
horror.
underneath the desk.
running
You truly
running
never
over
want
your
to
cell
know
phone.
if they do wear the pants or not wear the pants.
I'm wearing pants. I'm actually wearing what's it called? Cantrip pants.
You remembered to wear pants today.
I don't even have a bottom half. I'm
Hey,
like
that's just an
you were-
angle.
you
You're
were-
just a torso in a chair. It's fine.
correct. Correct. I'm
Excellent.
like Darth Maul post episode 1. Just no bottom half.
I mean,
Careful
post episode
careful
one,
for that.
He gets legs back. Actually,
Yeah.
he gets 3 legs instead of 2.
No,
That's
he,
true.
he ends up
Becomes even better for him.
he ends up back in 2 though. If you watch Star Wars Rebels, he ends
Yeah,
up
he
back
has
in
two legs in that.
and watch
Oh,
out
yeah.
watch out for that stance fake out, man, because it'll get you every time.
But why ever go back to 2 if you have 3?
Because Sidious
Cut him
wrecked
off.
his day. Yeah, Sidious ruined his day. Apparently, Sidious is
multiple
really
people
good with a
ruined it.
lightsaber and just ruined his day.
I just realized my
Fair.
one eye, my terror line isn't terrible enough, so I need to adjust that real quick. But
Tear
what
it
was
up a little bit.
happening? I need to make sure the camera.
I'm still here. I'm just gonna turn something off in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Oh, I had to ask you a question though.
And in the meantime, the kitchen's gonna turn on fire.
Please,
Don't
no,
worry,
not
we can
fire.
linger on this piece of horror where we are trying to figure out why there's SOS in the tunnels for a little bit longer. It's fine. Totally
Yeah, I
not
want
on
to know
edge.
why.
So, should we start a Deadpool?
Death pools are illegal.
Are they though?
I mean, it's
Since when has
probably
that stopped
it's
any for
probably
anything?
an actual legitimate form of gambling in the scale. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I was to say, this is the scale.
It's not illegal.
It's definitely illegal, but there's definitely underground in this place because everything is sanctioned in some way. So you gotta break the rules.
Right.
It's human nature.
Time to make friends.
No, yeah, I was just trying to clarify if it was like an accepted form of gambling or like an accepted form of gambling.
It's a form of
Accepted
gambling that
form of
occurs.
gambling.
Right.
So what I wanted to ask, Rindis, would Jabari be freaked out by this whole situation we got going on?
I think it would be unusual. I think he's, as a security officer, he's seen some weird shit, so he's probably not worried, but it's definitely that's not normal.
It might be fun to play it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, cut straight back to his oh shit moment
Mm.
and go from there and see what the reactions are of both our feelingless android and our not so feelingless but trying to be feelingless corporal.
Mhm.
Yeah, when you do your oh shit thing, like Dr. Patton's eyes snap up from where she was looking at her arm and like look at you and then look where you're looking and then like she frowns like, what does that mean?
That is not okay. That is not okay.
Right.
It actually quite means that things are not okay.
It's just. No,
Except the
I'm
music's
slow.
a bit loud if you could turn
No.
it down.
I definitely can. Womp. Go. I mean, apparently, Milo turned the music down, but whatever. No, this is this is fine. This is fine. I think the people in the camp are sending signals to us. That's SOS. I mean, it must be them, right?
I would assume so. And if they're sending us an SOS, that means they're alive. And if we can bring them back
Well,
alive, that's a bonus, right?
Or they
See,
were
this is
alive.
good. Shut up, you bullface.
Why would you put it like that?
Excellent.
I'm simply trying to be realistic.
We will
Well-
know more until we get there. It's pointless to worry about it.
This is probably
Okay.
like, I mean, Corporal, this is something that people can do, right? From the camps. To just, like, turn the lights on and off in here. That's probably like a control center. Central over there or something.
Yeah. they
Not
had-
standard.
If they had an engineer with them, it is probable.
Yeah. Probably.
As he grabs his like laser cutter a little bit more tightly.
No, none of you have a vibe shetty, do you?
I do.
I do.
Nope.
Oh, nice. Vibe shetties are awesome.
I kind of like look to him and say, "Relax, friend. It is probably exactly what you said. Survivors trying to signal to us that they are still alive. People hang on to hopes
Yes.
like that all the time. Not you hanging on to hope.
Well,
I mean
just take it
them.
as
They,
that.
they will, for as long as they can.
Well,
hold
no,
out.
you can at least say for one something nice about me that I'm the last and living dying.
No,
of
I'm
whatever.
not.
Just
I'm not
fine.
saying. I'm not saying.
Can we not argue about this? There's obviously people who are waiting on us. Let's
Sorry,
go.
I am not trying to argue. I am merely saying that they are
It's,
holding on to hope that you will rescue them.
well, let's go do the thing then.
Yes.
And he just kind of like storms off in fake machismo. It's like, okay, well, we're doing this now. Everything's fine.
We're doing it live. Let's go.
All right, so you get to about where the new X is, which is, I guess, like a half of, I don't know. I want to use meters, but I'm so bad at converting miles. to
Two
meters.
clicks.
Yeah, you guys got maybe like, I don't know, like 1,000 feet forward, I guess. When the SOS continues, but it starts to be a lot more rapid. With that, you're seeing more of these tunnels that look like they are slightly smaller than walkable through for humans. Within one, I think we're going to see, everybody actually sees this, what looks like a bunch of compound eyes as they drift backwards. Like 8 compound eyes to be precise.
Nope.
So it's the point for all of us to start rolling sanity checks.
I think it's at least a point for Jabari to make a sanity check.
That's just the sanity save
Nice to
there.
know. Nice to know that I'm
Um,
weirdly the one with
I think
the
it's a
highest
panic.
willpower.
I think it's a
Oh, is it
sanity
panic?
save and then a panic check, or is it a panic check? Panic checks happen if you don't make a sanity save. Right? I should
Let me
know
go
this.
check.
I'm the one running the game.
Well, that's
Oh
really
no,
nice.
it would
That's
be
not
it would be a fear save, not a sanity save. A fear save, and if you fail that, you make a panic check.
And everyone who makes fear saves in my presence has a disadvantage.
Oh
Wait.
no.
Because goddamn robots.
Wait,
Who
I'm
was
sorry.
right all
Wait,
along?
I am confused by this.
Are we all making fear saves?
No, only Jabari is making a fear save, but they're
What
making
is-
it at disadvantage.
I was
you
gonna
have
say,
to
what does
roll-
the tin can do to me? Okay, so it's even worse.
It's because they're
So it's just
unsettling
because I
by
have something
nature.
that is in the uncanny valley right next to you. It's like
Well,
you
okay.
see
So-
a bunch of segmented eyes go into the darkness and then just Matt right next to you.
What's the
So
matter, Corporal?
you immediately believe
Everything is
that is a
fine.
giant fucking spider. Make your fierce or your what's it called?
Panic check.
Panic check.
Yes,
No, fear save and then a panic check.
he did the.
He just did
fear
the
save.
fear saves.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Whenever, also just, I guess I'll save it for if I fail. Here we go. Aha!
You succeeded. Cool.
Good.
All
I
right.
don't have to tell you the bad thing that happens if I fail.
Good,
I'm
good,
very
good.
aware.
So you actually gained 2 stress total from that situation. So you're stressed the fuck out.
But
But
the success
at
relief
least you
one-
aren't making everybody else stressed out.
So I initially had 2 stress. I don't remember where that came from.
Yes,
so I
you
just make
start
it
with
4?
make it 4.
You start with 2 stress.
But then it says the success relieves one. So I think you only
Oh, okay. So
have
you
three.
you only have 3.
Yay!
Okay. Cool. So you guys are unaware if your mind's just playing tricks on you, if the lights are causing, like, I don't know if any of you watch Watchmen, but if it's like a manipulative sequence of lighting or something along those lines. But things are starting to get a little buggy. It's just really freaking you the fuck out.
I see what you did there.
But spiders aren't bugs. They're arachnids.
Shut up.
Welp.
It's fine.
You're bugging me with that.
Well, you're bugging me.
I don't really like this. I hope we find the cave-in soon.
I am not a fan either.
I'm
So how do
starting
you
to feel,
guys-
though, I might just be better off not looking while I'm walking through here.
How do you guys proceed forward? Do you maintain the same positions? Do you like set up a little bit more in case something comes from behind? Like,
I
do
think-
you guys investigate the hole with the eyes?
No,
Oh, no,
God,
definitely
no.
not.
I think my fake machismo keeps going until I fail a fear save.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm
everything's
walking.
fine,
I'm
we're
walking.
going.
I'm walking with the submachine gun a little more ready.
Yeah, you don't have it at your side. You're carrying it as if.
Yeah, I
ready
am.
to-
I am carrying it. I saw a space spider, and I am not okay with that. Spiders don't exist up here, man. We're in space.
Yeah, this is not fair. They're not
The
supposed
only
to be
good
here.
bug is a dead
Spiders.
bug.
We went to space to get away from spiders.
That's the entire reason the human race went to space.
Right?
That isn't why you went to space.
And-
That's definitely
and
why I went to
mosquitoes.
space.
And mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
Yeah, I'll pull out the vibe machete just in case. When I see Jabari like lift up the gun, I'll
Do you do
Yeah,
like a
and I
Grievous
think-
flurry with it? Like
No. It's very like it's just like very like utilitarian and mechanical, right? So it's just like takes it out and it's just like holding it at her side. It's like
There's definitely a small section of the whole Millo reaction of like, who gave the goddamn robot a weapon? Like, that section is there while he's still high on adrenaline of like, we're doing this.
Wait, hold on. I do want to ask, did you take drugs before this mission, Milo?
No, I
No?
don't have drugs. I
You
don't have anything to make drugs with yet.
Fair.
So
You don't have
no.
stim in your starting
Soon.
pack?
I do.
I mean, I believe I do, but I don't think I'd have access to that right now.
You would imagine you
Doesn't
left with
see-
your pack.
I actually do not. I have a crowbar, a hand welder, a laser cutter, a body cam, a bioscanner, infrared goggles, lockpick set, vac suit, and that's it.
Okay.
Well, and short range comms, but those come with the vac suit.
So I failed to mention, you guys aren't in full like vac suits, but you definitely are using rebreathers, like little mouthpieces that have like oxygen that's to an oxygen tank in your back. So with that, you guys are walking a little bit more cautiously, but still heading towards your destination.
I've definitely moved closer to the rest of the group, trying to stay in the middle of the pack.
Good call. Wouldn't want anything bad to happen to our good doctor.
Something bad has already happened to our doctor, so hey.
We're here, right?
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Excellent. So you proceed forward with the rapidness of the SOS is at the same pace. It's still faster and more frantic than it was when you first started hearing it. Well, started seeing it, I guess, is the best way to put it. But
Yeah, and Millo can't look away from them. It's just this constant like looking back at them because it's really bugging in his mind. Like this, in his heart, he knows that this isn't right, and those words from Roach keep on coming back in his mind. Like things are not what they seem around here. But he so wants to believe that it's just the people that want to be saved by him. Come on!
so as you guys
sure.
get closer, you start to see that there's a irising door that is coming up around a corner and forward about 1,000 feet. that looks like you can see the reflection of the red light blinking off of it, and that's why you can tell it's different than the surrounding walls, because they're more dark and like brownish black kind of material that you would expect in a mining tunnel. So as you get closer to that, you start to hear, not in the SOS, but you start to hear like a metronome of clinking, but it's kind of like a clink as if like a fork hit a crystal glass, and then it stops after echoing for exactly a second. So it's like ting, 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 and the stop is really abrupt.
That's distressing. Yeah, I think I definitely have, like, as we're walking, like, I'm immediately behind Millo, and like as this kind of starts, like, hands on his shoulders, like, do you hear that too?
I'm sure it's just people behind the door that's looking for extra ways to ask for help.
I am taking a different stance. I am thinking the probability that there are survivors is going down, not up.
Shut up, you blinking bot.
I don't like any of it.
I don't like any of that.
Points towards Matt.
Racist prick. Fine. I'm gonna figure out what's going on
if
here.
I can be angry at that, then I'm not angry at whatever's happening over there, right? So just let me have this, at least for now.
I'm walking away.
Okay.
I want to look. I want to look at the door.
You guys are still like 1,000 feet away from it.
I'm walking towards it quickly. That's my goal, is to look at the door.
Okay, you walk towards it quickly, and I think you need to make a physical save.
Okay.
Keep in mind, by the way, it's not just failing a fear save that gets you a panic check. It's just critically failing any check.
That is a body save.
Panic
Body
check.
save. Thank you. Success. Just barely.
Nice.
Something grabs you by the leg, and you do not fall on your face and get dragged into a tunnel. But there is something grappled to your leg.
Can I hit it with the what is the mining laser? That
no, we got a welding.
Yes.
welder.
I mean, you can try. You can
welder,
hit it with a welder. That would hurt like a motherfucker.
I'm the one with a laser cutter. You got a hand welder at the
hand
very
welder.
least.
Thank you. Whatever it was that Millo had handed me earlier,
Unless
I've been
you're
holding on to
carrying-
it the entire time. So
Okay. Cool. So you can try to hand weld this thing.
yeah, I do. I want to try that. How do I do that?
You will roll a combat with 0%, and let me pull up the book to see how much damage a hand welder does.
Oh boy,
because
I'm gonna be real bad at this.
combat
Let's
at
go.
0% is not an easy feat. Damn
It's a
it, I
failure.
have the wrong book. So
The hand
you,
welder deals 1d10.
it's not a crit failure, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, that's good because you would have welded your leg. But
That's
you see
good.
you see it's like oh god, I want to describe it as the bugs from Starship Troopers, but a lot more bendable. So it's like, and what are they, angling? You know, like how they have those scales, so it kind of bends around your leg like that with those scales. Angling? Angling? And that's
It's like
that's all you see. You see this long arm come out from one of these holes, not one of the big ones that you were looking at before, but one of the smaller ones, and it grabs your Dr. Patton by the leg. How does everybody else react?
Also, I scream.
Run with. I still have the laser cutter in my hand, so I run and try and laser cut that fucking tentacle arm.
Let's get
thing.
a fear save from Dr. Patton, and then we can go ahead and see how well you do.
Am I far enough ahead that I don't take the penalty from Matt?
I will give you that, yes, because you did specifically say you were storming ahead. Ooh, success. So you aren't scared.
See,
You're just
the
like, what the
benefits of
fuck
being
was
a
this?
racist asshole.
There's no benefit to being a racist asshole, but
All right. I'm pissed, not scared.
Sam, please turn Milo into a nice robot-loving person.
We'll
It
see.
needs some work.
We'll see.
Okay, so you aren't scared, but you can definitely laser cut this thing that attached itself. You're going to, so you get 2 actions. You get 2 actions period. You can do whatever you want, but you are going to have to use one of them to move because you are further away.
One move and then one trying to cut it in the tentacle.
Yes, correct. And this is close quarters combat.
Training.
It's close quarters combat.
Is that a specific auto skill?
Oh, no. Okay, so military training does
it
work.
is.
Close quarters combat would give you a 15%.
Okay.
Military training
Nice.
does work.
Combat. I'm not terribly great at combat. It's my worst skill. This is why I never went through with military training after the first skill. But let's see.
Oh, you success! All right, and what is a laser cutter's damage?
It's a percentage die. It is, according to the book, 1d% or 1 MDMG, which I don't know what MDMG
So that's,
is. Like mega damage.
It's mechanical damage. It's like damage to a ship.
Oh, okay.
So a percentile. I'm trying to think how this translates because I think the laser cutter is supposed to be like a gunnery item. I think it's supposed to be bolted onto a ship that you use to cut open like breaching holes kind of thing.
No, it's the kind of thing that you see in cartoons that cut open like steel doors.
Yeah.
Think of like a very short lightsaber.
So I will give you that you do 1 damage to this thing and you hear a, oh my god, ear splitting scratch, but not as human. It releases its grasp, but it doesn't do anything else other than like start to bleed a little bit, and that blood starts to bubble. It doesn't like melt through the rocks or anything, but as it falls on the ground, it's like bubbling.
Does it seem to be
Nice.
No, it just retracted its arm.
I mean, it takes a
That
round
was
for this thing to
disturbing.
recharge. So I mean, I don't have enough actions this turn, but the relayed feed-forwarded action is that he's gonna grab Patton and just run forwards. Like,
So I was
away
going
from
to
here.
say,
With
Dr. Patton has a second action. Would you like to stand up with that action?
Oh, I thought I didn't fall down.
Oh, you did not fall down. How would you like to respond with your second action?
Let me see here. Hold on.
I mean, if you can just run, he will just tell you to run.
Yeah. I guess I'll just go.
Is
Are you
wanna go
going
without you,
forward or
though.
going backwards?
Forward for sure.
Okay.
Is the thing's body still visible to the rest of us?
It's
It
the
was never
turn is
visible.
still active, so it's starting to retract. It has released its grasp on Dr. Patton, but that's about it.
May I jump in?
Yeah, go for it.
With the submachine gun, Jabari would probably step in and, with his military training and experience in firearms, he'll probably just fire off a quick 3-round burst into where it had reached out for her to like further dissuade it from trying anything.
Is
So you're
helping a thing in
doing
this game?
suppressing fire instead of like trying to hurt it.
No, I'm very much trying to hurt it, but it's not like a aliens, space marines panic and they unload their entire clip into a wall. It is just like a quick 3-round burst to fire into where it was, knowing where it had grabbed her and off of everybody else's actions to dissuade it from going after us. I'm just gonna put 3 rounds into it.
If you critically fail, you hit Dr. Patton, but yes, go for it.
Boy.
Is helping a thing in this game?
You can give advantage, yes.
Yes.
Can I help by like putting my spotlight eyes on this thing, essentially like putting a spotlight on it so he has like a better view?
Absolutely. I forget what you need to roll to make sure that happens, though. Give me 1 second.
But so I've got a plus 15% on this, so I should be okay. Fingers crossed.
If you don't want help, I won't.
I will not. I don't hate robots, so
Excellent.
if you want to help, I'll take it. What is helping get me? I think we're still looking.
Yeah, that's I think what Outro's looking up right now.
Advantage. It doesn't say exactly how assistance from other players work, but I believe that situationally your assistance is valid. So you get advantage, and you're rolling with combat with plus 15% because you're using your firearms expertise.
Yes, sir. So roll it twice because it's advantage. Ooh, 20.
Critical success!
Oh yeah.
Yes! Thank you, 22.
Oh boy!
Hooray!
That's
Hooray! Kelsa doesn't
s-
die.
So your critical success,
Yeah.
I want you to roll damage 3 times because you 3-shot burst.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say that what is the damage of a submachine gun?
That is a great question.
Oh, it's right on the
On
front
my
page
way.
of the book. I keep being like in the
4d10.
middle of the book. 4d10.
4d10.
All right. So if out of all 3 rounds you do at least 30 damage to it, you amputate the limb that attacked Kelsa. That is your
There you go.
Okay, well that pangolin noodle is now lying on the floor. And that visceral scream is now echoing throughout the entire mining shaft. I'm sure there's some people far and far away that are terrified now. I would like
I wanted to say, this sounds like we all need to make a fear check at this point.
Yeah,
Double
I think
screen in our heads.
I think a fear check is very much appropriate.
Do I have advantage
Fair
for being
enough.
awesome?
No, you do not have
Okay.
advantage for being
That's
Sure,
awesome.
sure, but you also have disadvantage for being next to the robot.
That's
You
fair.
idiot.
God.
Well,
Wait,
failure.
that would just balance it out to a regular roll. I'll take it.
So this is not a panic check, it's just a fear check. So you gain 1
I know.
stress, Dr. Patton. You gain 1
See, it was
stress.
It was so close.
Jabari. So is it Jabari or is it Saul?
He's military. He goes by last name, so it would be
Okay.
Jabari.
Critical success on your fear save. So with that, I'm going to potentially
You're just
create
a robot.
roll
It's
here.
fine.
M4, you have the opportunity to calm one of your companions down and remove one of their stress.
Can you imagine what would happen if the robot was afraid?
I mean, there's only one person next to you.
If I ever fail a fear save, I'll do some fun, weird robot fearness. Yeah, no,
Oh no!
I'll choose Jabari, and I think like what that looks like is. I think it's maybe like unconventional is like because he's sort of like a military person, and M4's had maybe a little bit more experience around Jabari than anyone else based on kind of what we talked about.
You just create the smell of home cooking.
No, I think maybe she's just like you all right, Corporal, and is just trying to like kind of just like shake him up, just like get something in his head enough that he can like kind of trigger back into fight mode.
Yeah, and he probably shakes off the initial shell shock with his military training kicking in there for a moment, and when he snaps out of it, he looks to M4 and just nods. He says, "I'm good. Doctor, are you all right?"
Uh,
I mean, the doctor is very far away from you right now.
Yeah,
Very,
like-
like
I
you
have-
guys are still
I have
within
short range.
speaking distance.
I
but
mean, I
not
also have
like-
short range comms. I don't know if anybody else does.
Fair. We have comms.
Doctor, are you all right?
I'll survive. No physical damage.
Good. We made sure that it will think twice about trying to make you a snack.
The good news
I
is
just like
that
to think that Milo's success on this is purely based on the fact that he is riding an adrenaline high because he
that
successfully saved
screaming
Patton.
is continuing, by the way. Just saying.
at
It
least-
keeps
Like the
going.
screaming is continuing.
Yeah, it
In his
keeps
head is
going.
just like, yeah,
It's-
I'm cool.
It's getting further away, but it's still a high-pitched, inhumane scream.
We have
At
determined
least we know where it
that
is. Let's go.
We have also determined that our weapons are sufficient to damage it.
Always looking on the
I
bright side,
would
aren't you,
like to
Hans?
use my bioscanner to see where the creature is.
I don't think it can penetrate this rock.
I don't know for sure. I'll
Can
have to
I
look it up.
can I check out this tentacle?
Yes, you can. Do you have xenobiology?
I don't, but
You can roll
I can
biology at
try.
disadvantage.
I don't have that either. But I have my brain.
Okay.
I do, and actually, I was going
Oh
to
yeah,
be
that's
doing.
better.
I was actually going to be looking into
bioscanner.
that.
The bioscanner allows the user to scan the immediate area for signs of life. Generally, can scan for about 100 meters in all direction without being blocked by most known metal. Can tell the location of signs of life, but not what life it is.
So you're seeing a lot of microorganisms and some small, like, rat-sized things, but you are not seeing anything that seems similar to what you had just imagined. That could be the result of unknown metals, or it could be that they have evacuated far enough away that it's outside of the range.
Or that this thing is technically not alive.
No, it's still screaming. Or it's, oh, you mean
Yes,
like
no,
it's a
just
zombie?
because something is screaming doesn't mean it's alive. I have read fantasy, my friend.
I mean, that's fair.
Actually, I mean,
D&D,
thinking of
there's
which,
many a screaming thing that is not alive.
so thinking of which, like whatever that liquid was that came out of it, it's blood that was like bubbling on the thing. I wanted to scan that with my med scanner, see if I could.
Did you want to do a biology check first, or did you want to
Yeah,
do?
I can do biology first.
Yeah, let's see that first.
Biology is intellect. Well, failure. That's boo.
You determine that it is definitely not a carbon-based life form, but that's it.
Whatever this is, it's not a carbon-based life form, but I don't know much
Would
else
that be the
about it.
reason why I can't find it on the bioscanner?
It might be.
What sort of thing do you think it is?
Oh, it's not a carbon-based life form.
So, a little bit of science for you. In current understanding, the most likely non-carbon-based life form to exist would be a silica-based life form. That's the most commonly thought to possibly exist.
How
I
thorough
will need to
of you.
Google this later.
How thorough of you.
I literally fall asleep watching that kind of bullshit on YouTube every single night.
Me too.
I mean, in many
do
ways,
it.
so do I, but I've not watched fallen asleep on that specific bullshit, so I'll have to Google it later.
Yeah, so can I like examine this blood liquid?
You can.
I wanna see if I can do anything with it. I would argue for either chemistry or biology here.
Both would be fine, whichever you prefer.
They're both the same, so let's go. Chemistry it is. Failure.
So you put it on like a sample slide to do your testing on it, and it melts through the sample slide.
God damn it!
It doesn't burn though; it just destroys the glass.
Right. No.
Which glass is technically silica? But I need to rethink that.
Whatever.
This is sci-fi, not hard sci-fi. So
It's probably not even actually glass. It's probably
Yeah, that's
some
fair.
kind of plastic or something.
that's a fair point.
God damn it! I can't even get a clean sample of this.
Does any of you wear glasses? Whatever glass components in whatever you are.
I like protectively, like push my glasses back on my face.
None
You do
that
the
you can
anime thing
have.
where it like sheens in front of your eyeballs.
None that you can have, I'm afraid.
Well, why not? Seems like it would be very interesting to know whatever the hell lives around here.
Can I
Does
have your
anybody have
sleeve?
anything to collect a sample of this?
Mm,
I definitely don't.
I
Yeah, I
don't
don't-
think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
not really.
No.
You don't want to just
check
put it in your
real quick.
pocket?
I mean, no.
Definitely not. Actually,
Also,
I have
Kelsa.
infrared goggles, but
That's fair. Never mind. I was going to say something silly, but.
Okay.
You guys are about, let's say, 20 feet away from the door, the irising door, to what Jabari and M4 would tell you is a oxygen deposit for emergency use only.
Mm-hmm.
And they expressly enforce the fact that it is for emergency use only.
Right. Well, it's not emergency, but it's also the way forward, right?
Yes.
Oh, well,
Let's go. Let's get
weren't we
this door
supposed
open.
to branch off when we're around here? But first off, like, I know the camp is the main part for oxygen, but can we rewire this for now to make it function until the time that that's fixed?
Why are you guys pinging?
'Cause-
Or whoever blue is, why are you pinging?
I was showing which path we're going on.
Oh, you guys are up near this red X.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're up here.
So, this might just be me speaking, and I don't know, the doctor might be better at talking about this. But if there's a low amount of oxygen in your head, you start seeing things. And I know we didn't see that, but we're seeing a lot of things. So maybe we can try and resupply some oxygen that's around here.
So I guess right
Until
now
we-
is a
we
good time
should
to
be
actually
all-
check your oxygen tanks.
Yeah, because we should all have our oxygen tanks.
This isn't
We should
spacefaring
have
oxygen
oxygen
tanks,
tanks.
by the way. These are like, you know, those CO2 cartridges that they use. I feel like this is a niche thing, but that they use for like airsoft guns or for paintball guns.
Right.
It's like a collection of 5 of those around like a barrel, and the barrel is how it siphons into your mouth breather.
At the very least, we should recharge our oxygen tanks.
Two.
At best, we can see if we can rewire this.
So there's 5 total, and when they're empty, they automatically like, I don't know, extract themselves from extract. What is the eject themselves from the
Eject.
pack? Yeah, they eject. So, thinking of how far you went and how much further you need to go, this is. So what I have here is a condensed version. You guys still have like 2.5 miles. You may want to stop and pick up a few more cartridges.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I mean, we wanna at least stock up, but if we can resupply this to the entire base, that could probably, until we fix the larger problem, be helpful.
So do you guys want to look
Oh,
around
actually,
to see if
good.
there's any split like wires or anything like that to see if maybe.
I mean, yeah, Millo wants
I'll
to check
take a
out
look.
anyway, because Millo thinks that he might be capable of, like, getting this entire place into a better condition by just resupplying what we have here for now, until we fix the bigger problem at the camp. And in the same idea, he's also thinking, like, perhaps the people at the camp are out of oxygen, and if he can resupply the oxygen here towards the camp, that might also save lives.
yeah.
That's fair.
Well, I think the whole point is that, like, there's a bunch of small oxygen specifically for your rebreather. Like, there isn't oxygen in the hall, and that's normal. Like,
That's correct. There
I mean-
is typically it's breathable, but not breathable for a sustainable amount of time. Like if you lose your breather, you could probably breathe for 5 minutes before you start to get lightheaded, and then like another 10 minutes before you pass out. Because it's
But I take it
breathable
that the-
oxygen, but it's like very poor oxygen.
But I take it that the camp is supposed to have oxygen.
Yeah, it has dispensers. It's like a vending machine that drops off the little cartridges that you have in your backpack.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
if they
that's-
have been buried for some time, then they might be running out. So rewiring might be helpful to them.
Yeah, that's fair. I
let's
think
take a look.
either computers or heavy machinery are the 2 most likely ones, or mechanical repair.
Heavy
I just
machinery.
noticed that. Mechanical repair. Sorry, there's one that's better for this.
I am your man. I do the fix. I can do the fix. It's what I
Mechanical
do.
repair roll incoming.
Actually, wait. At this point, wouldn't it be more engineering? Because I'm trying to take what is there and rewire it and make it do something else.
Engineering is the
fixing-
upgrade for mechanical repair, so you can always use engineering for mechanical repair.
Okay, well then.
Or
I'm
jury
entirely
rigging.
happy with that.
I have
Jury rigging
engineering.
works too.
I have engineering. I don't have jerry rigging, but I do have engineering.
Oh, in that case, can I swap my engineering for hacking? Because I get one or the other.
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna hot swap that. Cool.
Cool.
Like I am the fixer. I fix things, so engineering is part of that.
Fix it. Roll them dice.
Which sadly is once again, next time I level, I should put more points in intelligence without, I literally only make intelligence checks apparently, even though my strength is 50.
Intelligence is the most likely thing until you start doing stuff. But hey, guess what? We're getting to a point where the other stuff become handy. So.
Oh. And
So it's not that you fail with reconnecting the wires, it's that it seems that you need access to an interface to start sending energy back through the wires.
I won't capable of working with these computer thingies I can't get in the system.
Perhaps the robots can help.
Sounds fair.
Well, at this
Face, getting
point,
interface.
there is no visible interface nearby. Your guess, or what M4 or Jabari would say, is all electronics are kept within the safe holds.
Can you
guys wanna play
plug
that
in or
out?
something?
Unfortunately, I would believe that any computer interface would be in the safe holds. If we reach that point, I would be happy to do so.
Let's just get these
Right,
doors
well,
open
at that
then.
point, doesn't matter.
I do have a
believe we're already in the doors. Isn't the entire oxygen place behind the doors? Or am I misremembering that?
You guys are pretty much standing directly in front of the doors.
Oh,
So
right.
that's,
Okay, we're
like-
sitting in front of them, so I guess, yeah.
Is there like a panel to get them open?
So as you walk towards them, they start to iris open, but they stop about halfway. So it's like you get like a head size iris. The next to it, there is an override panel that you could use, but it seems to only function for the door.
Yeah, I just want to hack this shit open.
Okay.
And I want to look inside. I don't want to like stick my head through the iris. I just want to look through the hole.
It looks like there are
don't stick
supply
your head in
caches
it.
stacked up in front of the irising door as if to barricade. But it is dark in
Hello?
there, so you don't see anything.
Is anyone there on the other side of these boxes?
You hear, shh, quiet. And then like a nudge and a little bit of rustling.
Is she the only one that hears that?
She's the only one directly speaking direct into the hole, so probably.
Okay.
Because they're at whisper level.
I'm gonna get closer, but again, I'm not putting anything through the plane of the door, just to make sure that's very clear. And I'm gonna kind of like whisper through there. And we're supposed to be here to rescue you.
Nobody responds. You hear a little bit more rustling.
Hey, Tasha, what's happened over there?
It's still Dr. Patton to you.
And then somebody chimes in. It's like, how do we know you're real?
Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna hack the door open.
Oh, I'm sure that
at
you've been
the-
hacking the door in the background this whole time.
Okay,
actually.
okay.
At the how do we know that you're real? I'll go. This is Corporal Jabari from Section Security. You're all being derelict of your duties and being docked your pay.
Brutal.
What's
That
more
doesn't
real than the
prove-
soul-crushing realization that your pay is docked?
Thank you, Rindus, for making Milo not the only asshole in the team.
And you hear, we've heard more realistic illusions.
Really? That's actually surprising.
The realization that you're going
Right,
to
well-
suffer from the oxygen tax.
Well, in that case, if you've heard worse shit than that, let me bring you some good shit. We're here to fucking rescue you asses, so get in fucking line.
Now roll your hack roll to open the door.
I like that. That's exactly when the door opens too. That would be great.
Yeah.
Please make this roll.
Like, get in fucking line.
Yes.
Yes.
So you succeed, but
Get
the
in
door
fucking line.
the door doesn't open all the way. It opens enough to fit through, but you're going to need to like climb through it. Unless somebody wants
Can I
to
just
brute force it open.
Can I just brute force the rest of it to open?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a strength.
I have the strength.
A strength
I have
and
the
heavy
power.
machinery. If you have heavy machinery, that's definitely something to add here.
Also,
Yes, show off
I have a
them
crowbar,
guns.
which confers advantage on strength checks to open jammed airlocks or lift heavy objects.
Yes,
This
you
is
can
exactly
have
what that
advantage.
is.
You can have advantage for this.
Yes! I've got the power! Let's see, heavy machinery, so that's a 10. That's a single success, and that's 2 successes.
Okay, so you jam the door all the way open, but there's still like
Oh wait, it's Milo. Wait, yeah, there we go.
Milo does flex.
Yes.
Milo does the flex.
Excellent.
This is how he makes up for being an asshole, by being very sexy.
So the door is open, and
Damn it.
the people inside, they go from like cowering in the corner to standing up, and the one like picks up what looked like a hand welder, and it's like, don't come closer. I'm serious.
Son.
And like you can see they're shaking, and the other person looks very malnourished and just laying
I'm a
on the
doctor.
ground.
Please let me examine you. And I have the med scanner.
Like,
out.
honestly, I have the upgraded version as he grabs out the laser cutter. Like, if you're gonna try something, that one works a lot better.
Well,
So, Doctor, am I supposed to subdue these people, or
is there any let me look at the skills, because is there any like convince skills in this game?
No,
No,
Command
this game
is
has
a thing.
Surprising. Actually,
Command is a thing?
Actually,
that's like a way high level thing.
actually, technically, if I'm gonna milk it for all it's worth, I could try and use like Rimwise, or what was it? Yeah, Rimwise, to be like use the slang of the people to make them feel like
This is
calm and
weird.
what they want to hear.
I'll allow linguistics, theology, or rimwise for a convince roll.
I get the Rimwise.
I have
connection.
linguistic.
Are
Oh
you
my
going?
God.
So.
Sorry.
That was amazing.
That's the language everyone speaks.
So Milo does enough. So you try your linguistics first, because I want to give
Sure.
Matt an option to do stuff as well.
All right. See how this goes.
So what do you say that
No.
fails?
Oh God.
I think.
No. Wait. Can I make a suggestion before you say anything?
Yeah.
Your headlights are still on, so you walk in like the fucking creepiest android.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So M4 just like ducks into the room with like glowing eyes, like shining these spotlights, like revolving around the room. And she's just like, please put down your weapons. If we were here to harm you, we would have already done so.
Very reassuring.
So what is the reaction from these people?
So the one that's on the ground kind of like shuffles backwards into the corner and like moves a box in front of them, and the person holding the welder kind of like walks forward but trembles and kind of like trips a little bit. They don't fall, they just kind of like trip on their own feet, and they're just like, don't move, robot. I know exactly where to put this to end you immediately.
So you've turned one of them in Solid Snake and the other one in Raiden.
No, they don't climb underneath of a cardboard box. They just push the box in front of them as like, this is my defense.
I do not want to hurt you.
My camera's still zoomed in.
Friendly people from a station, that is. Oh God, it's
Oh,
a zoomed
now it's
in
more
face.
zoomed in.
What is happening with the zoom? Look, everyone, just calm down. I know how to speak your language. So you're terrified that you're gonna die, right? Well, if you come with us, you might die or you might not die. Still the same anyway. Because if you're gonna stay, you're also gonna die. But if you come with us, we're gonna go to the bar and have a drink before you die.
So, Rindis, Kelsa,
That's his
and
rim
Zev, another one of your oxygen tanks ejects from your pack. So you now have 2.
We are using precious air and time. We should convince them, or
This is more quickly than it's supposed to run out, isn't it?
Slightly, but you also are talking a lot.
yeah.
I mean, can I roll for my try and persuade them to not listen to the robot but listen to me for drinks? The sweet release of booze.
Yes, but the most you're going to do is counteract what they did. You aren't going to make them more comfortable.
That's fine. That makes it at least easier for me to move towards them.
Okay.
Than in this situation.
Also, don't forget, there's still a barricade behind the Iris door that you wedged open that you need to push.
I mean, like, first let's see how they react to this. Intellect. I'm on a roll today!
Hell yes! Awesome. Awesome. So, what you just say, we'll get drinks after this. Do you say it's on
like,
you?
if you're gonna die,
like...
it's like, the whole thing is like, if you're gonna die anyway, you might as well go die while you're having a drink.
Jabari, do you happen to still have your flask on you that you stole from Millo in the first place?
Absolutely.
Can we make it?
It's like turns to, and I remember the flask, so I turned to Jabari. It's like,
You mind making a peace offering so we don't have to shoot all of your workers?
I wasn't actually going to shoot them anyways. Hey, I do have some alcohol right now. Anybody who wants to come is welcome to a free swig, and then we will get moving back to base camp. Your oxygen is running out, and we are running out of time. Let's start moving, yes?
Well, all right. Toss it over. Let me take a swig, and then we'll help you move these boxes out of the way so you can get in here. There is still oxygen.
You come out and you get the drink.
Do you understand how much time and effort it took us to put these boxes here? We need help. I can't move it myself.
We will help.
Let me make
Jabari,
sure your
just be
peace
nice.
offering is actually a peace offering and not poison first.
Just give him this, Jabari.
Why would we
Worst
come all
scenario,
this
they'll
way?
Take it in a use.
Why would we come all this way to poison you?
Jabari, just give him this. Worst case scenario, they run off, you shoot him, you have your flask back.
The screaming
And, like,
that
looks at the
still
flask
has
and then-
not
and-
stopped sounds like it's
Fine.
getting slightly closer.
Fine.
Not
fine.
not much closer, but it sounds like it's getting closer.
I'll pass the flask over.
I'm keeping the bioscanner up, just in case.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
probably not
pass.
gonna show up, but
I'll
just
pass.
in case.
I'll pass the flask to them then.
What the? Oh, it's bile is what we decided to call it, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So they take the swig and they're like, if there's one thing that we can prove is real, it's this vile taste of this shit. All right.
See, now you'll know that we are real.
And then the guy hands it over. He's like, Veronica, here, take a swig. Help us out with these boxes.
I turn to Patton and give her the bioscanner.
Probably won't show up, but just in case, keep an eye on it.
All right.
I'm gonna go help with the boxes.
So Veronica
also-
stands up, and you see that she has like a really nasty tourniquet around her leg, like brown, not red.
Let me take a look at that.
Yeah, I'll help with
We
the
can take a look
boxes.
at it when we're out of here.
Have you not noticed that there's a barricade in between us? We have to
I
get...
roll my eyes like because Milo's already started moving boxes.
Dr. Patton, it's fine. We can look at it when we're away from the screamy beast.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, but just get a little closer. I can read you with the med scanner.
So I'm going to have anybody who is helping move the barricade apart go ahead and make a strength roll. If any single person succeeds, the barricade is moved with no issue. Otherwise, somebody may take a little bit of crushing damage. Oh, there you go.
Will athletics apply?
It doesn't matter because it was moved with no problem.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's so
No, it's fine.
Matt was just like, use the laser eyes to melt the boxes.
Yeah, no, like that's nothing to apologize for. It's a success.
Yeah.
May I point out this slight point of irony? M4 TT being called colloquially Matt, while Milo's surname is Matthews, so Matt.
I don't think anyone knows that.
You are the droid, my friend. You are the droid to turn him into a wholesome being.
Who's the real boy?
The android was you all along, Milo.
Oh no!
What if Milo is secretly an android that he doesn't even know it?
Oh shit!
I'm like
You
a
were a
top
synth
model
all
android
along.
that
Here, it's Blade Runner. We just invented Blade Runner.
Yep, we're playing Blade Runner now. So yeah, I start stacking boxes and all of a sudden just...
Well, that works too.
Well,
And we just move along with people getting out of there and just Dr. Patton trying to match scan while we're hauling ass out of this place.
so you guys get into this room and you see that the red light is still blinking in SOS. There is a, how do I describe this? It looks like a centrifuge meets a vending machine, like, if that makes any sense. So it's like a spinning like circular machine, but it has a dispensing port, and there's a spot
It makes me think of how iRobot had the garage working, where there was this like giant circular place where every spot had like a card you could put in it, and it just like turns around for whatever card needs to be ejected out of the garage.
And then next to the dispenser, there's a handprint spot, like where you put your hand. Also, if you guys are observant enough, you will just now notice that your fingers have been pricked while you were still sweeping.
Like
Wait.
goes to touch, then remembers like, oh, that's probably not still not synchronized to me because I'm new. Then looks at hands like, wait.
Yeah, you have like a
Jabari
slight
just shrugs.
tenderness.
You said that there was
Friend.
like a computer. Sorry, go ahead.
Like Milo looks at his own finger, then looks at Patton, who's starting to notice the same thing, and then looks at Jabari. He's like,
Friend, we're gonna have a talk about this later.
It is protocol. I have no part in it. I just know that it
We'll
is
have a
done.
talk about it later. Can anyone open this?
All right, so I want to do the med scans.
Oh yeah. Do that first.
Yeah, let's do your rolls. Biology or first aid?
Same either way. Success.
Success. You see that it's been about 3 days since they've changed their bandages and could really use some type of sterilization and probably new bandages before it gets gangrenous.
I don't have new bandages or anything to sterilize it with, but I can give him some pain pills.
Jabari clears his throat. I have a first aid kit if it would help.
Immensely,
do I.
yes. Thank you.
it's like Milo's already halfway through tearing up his own shirt. It's like,
Oh, right.
What is the mechanic? No, Milo carries the sleeves from the shirt in his pocket.
no, he just still carries the old shirt. Like, oh, starts tearing it up.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh, never mind.
Just
You
puts it back.
probably carry the old shirt just so you can walk past security without getting your pay docked.
There you go.
Awesome.
Love it.
I have an official sleeveless shirt. It's allowed.
It's allowed.
No, it's just
I bought it from an
you
official store.
didn't destroy the property. Somebody else did and sold it to you.
Fair.
Okay.
First
so,
aid adds 10% to bandage wounds and stop bleeding.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's if with the first aid kit.
Mm-hmm. It'll
so-
add plus 10.
Okay, so I get plus 10 on top of my plus 10. I get to roll at plus 20.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get to roll plus
Mhm.
20,
All right, so
which
I'm gonna,
is really good.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, let me see those wounds. Let's clean this up before we leave. I think we've got a little bit of time. Success! Yay!
Awesome. So you bandage them. They take the painkillers. They're a little bit like loopy, but they're like, well, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Veronica. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Veronica. I'm Dr. Patton.
The other guy who's still like jarringly like concerned about what the hell is going on here. He's just like, so who the hell are you lot? Why are you here? How do you expect to get us out of here? This place is a fucking nightmare.
Well, by going straight that way.
I figured we'd go back the way we came.
We are near the oxygen room, right?
We're in the oxygen room now.
You guys are here, and your mission objective is here.
Yeah, no, I mean, we saved a bunch of people right now. I think at this point, like...
Jabari, are these all the people supposed to be there?
Yeah, I did get a dossier of who we needed. Can I just do a quick head count?
You guys weren't sent to specifically rescue people. You were sent to clear the blockage and determine what has caused the camp to go dark. This isn't the camp. This is an oxygen, like an emergency oxygen waypoint.
What
so you guys aren't even where you need to be yet.
Oh.
No, that's fair. But are these, like, this amount of people that we found here, would that be similar to the amount of people you would find in a camp?
No, the camp would be a substantial number of people set for a hydrogen mining operation. So there is a large group of people, probably a manned group of up to 30 people.
And this is like 2 people.
Yeah, and this is 2 people.
Oh,
okay. So
like, especially while I'm
a group with them, but
especially while I'm like changing the dressing and stuff on Veronica, I'm like, what happened up there? Why did you barricade yourself in here?
Oh no. Everything went dark. The camp is inaccessible. I can't explain how or why, but...
Well, we need to make our way there. That's our job.
I'm not going back there. Are you crazy?
I didn't say
We're not taking you back there. We are going back there.
Yes,
We're going to make sure that you get an escort to go back.
I think you...
Right.
And they look at... They look
Matt.
at Jabari, because Jabari's obviously in, like, security garb.
Yeah.
I think we would probably rather take the court-martial on this one.
Take what?
The court-martial. Or what the hell is it called? Is that what
probably,
it's called?
It probably just disciplinary action. Court-martial would be for actually
Military.
people in the military, yeah. Jabari shakes his head. I don't think you would be subject to any disciplinary action for now. If you are able to make your way back, you should. We have to press ahead, but the way is clear.
I'm not leaving this place, not alone. No. And then the other guy's like, we'll take our chances here. We have what we need. We have our credits stocked. We can maintain. The ration vending machine still has a couple days worth of rations there. We'll be fine.
But when
We aren't going back alone.
Yeah.
This place is fucked.
Like Milo looks at Milo
Jabari
looks at Matt and Jabari and just says, like,
Can either of the two of you just get an escort for these people? By the time that they've gotten here, we've probably found more people.
I was going to say that they've done well here so far. As long as we have to come through this place on the way back, we could get them back ourselves once the job is finished. But I might be able to call somebody to come pick them up.
Do you attempt to make a call?
I'm gonna ask them if that's what they want. Are they fine with that? Like, if I call somebody, will you leave with them if they show up?
Try what you will. I doubt it'll work. I doubt anybody will come for us anyway. It's been days. We've sent out plenty of distress beacons.
All right, I'll give it a call. Call it in. Call it into the station.
So what do you do? Like what do you say? I guess.
I imagine there's a channel for the security, so Jabari would just kind of chime in and say, "This is Corporal Jabari. I have found some stragglers during our mission. They are holed up not too far from our objective, but they are currently AWOL from duty and will need to be picked up and brought back. They are not willing to make the journey on their own and will need an escort."
Negative, Corporal. You have the provisions that we've given you for this mission. Please proceed as designated.
Understood. He'll look to the others and just kind of shrug. They are on their own until we make our way back.
This place is fucking asshats just combined to make the worst place to live in.
They have a choice. They can either go back now or wait to go back with us. That
Yes,
seems reasonable.
it is a
By the time
reasonable.
we're back,
It
by the
is.
So
time we're
I'm-
back, we hopefully
I'm
can function.
really debating on something. So Dr. Patton currently has the bioscanner, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Where are you pointing it? Are you paying attention to it? Are you doing
I mean, I'm
anything
trying
with
to point it vaguely in the direction of whatever that fucking screaming is.
it? Okay, so you're pointing it towards, I guess I would say, the east, which is where the screaming's coming from. You're still seeing the same, like, small, like, microorganisms and rat-sized, like, creatures, whatever. But you hear above you hear, like, the sound of tunneling, like, aggressive tunneling. And
I'll
then, like,
scan her up.
okay, and you see a large, amorphous figure that's just like a blob of cold. It's not like warm-blooded or anything. It's just like a cold blob directly above you. And as you point it up, you hear like a shattering as the roof reaches, as like one of those pendulum-style tentacles reach down from the roof, grab Veronica by the neck, and just rip her through the ceiling, and then it runs. It just runs back through the tunnel it created.
What in the actual fuck?
And
Well, we have company.
you
This is
still
not
haven't gotten the name of this guy, but he starts
Not
like
anymore. It's gone.
he starts shooting up into the hole with the welder, and he realizes that it's not doing anything other than shooting like a short flame. He's like, "This place is fucked. This is so fucked. Oh my god!" And everybody make a panic attack.
Okay.
Okay, we're starting off. We're
Wait,
starting off-
panic
we're-
or fear?
Panic, and we're starting with Jabari because everybody gets disadvantage if he counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
More panics. Here we go. Panic at the disco. Just a panic check, right?
I
Not the
got
fear.
high hopes for a living.
Yeah. Success.
Oh my god, relieve
Yeah.
one of your stress. You are used to this kind of bullshit, apparently, which is
I am used to this kind of bullshit.
alright. So Jabari succeeds the panic check. Our robot succeeds the panic check. But
I have succeeded
Jesus,
our
we're all
panic check.
succeeding the panic check. Crippling
Oh,
fear for
no.
Milo. So you gain a new permanent phobia. What is your new permanent phobia?
No.
Are you afraid
No.
of noodles now?
Wait. Oh wait, actually there's a panic effect. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. So first I need to make a panic check because I clicked the wrong thing.
Okay, you succeeded.
There we go.
There it is. Hey, good
Otherwise,
roll.
you would have had a
about to say,
permanent
I'm
phobia.
also, yeah. I was also about to say once per session I'm allowed to reroll panic rolls, so I was like, no, I will not. No. I'm a teamster, damn it. I don't get afraid.
All right,
That's
so
not how it
everybody
works.
who passed, did you relieve one of your stress points?
I have
I'm gonna
now.
do that now.
Dr. Patton, you had a lot of fucking stress. Holy moly.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's good. What you get when you have a blown up arm.
Yeah, right?
It's pretty stressful.
Oof. All right, so, how do you guys respond? Does anybody, like, take in combat or, like, hunker down? Or is it like...
So just to set this for the scene real quick, a tentacle came down, ripped up the woman, and just
And like
rip-
and
fast.
there's no
Like
and there's like no evidence left, quote unquote.
No,
Like-
there's definitely evidence left because the hole was the size of the tentacle, and it tried to pull a full human through that hole. The size of the
but there is no human left besides the parts that fell off as it got ripped through a hole that's too small for it.
Yeah, a lot of blood. Maybe a few, like maybe a single arm from the shoulder down.
The first thing that Millo does is slap the other dude in the face and tell him to run back home.
The other dude just fucking books. He's gone.
Good.
You guys met an NPC and never got his name. Good job.
Well, that's all right.
Run!
He'll probably die.
Yeah,
Probably will.
I mean, a name didn't
I'll have
save.
someone fun to drink with.
A name didn't
He
save,
trips over the tentacle you guys cut off earlier and just falls into one of those holes.
Oh no!
Oh, come on!
Rip that guy.
Yeah, this is
So
all.
for now, that is my action, because that's what the first thing I do is like move towards him and slap him. So let someone else.
Let's go. We
See
need
what
to
they do
press
now.
forward.
IO scanning. Where are you trying to follow it, or?
I mean, I'm trying to just go to our destination and keep an eye on it, and hopefully have more than 0 seconds of warning next time. Now that I know more what I'm looking for, I'm doing more wider streets. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I wasn't super specific, but I guess it'll mean. This is the thing with D&D. Always look up. Nobody ever looks up because spiders. But
Spiders.
spiders in D&D
Hooters.
are always above you.
It's
That's
true.
fair.
Yeah, I'm definitely following the doctor because I'm just trying to get to our destination.
I'll take up the rear.
All right, so
I mean, I guess I take up the rear because I already took an action.
Okay.
So you guys all get into action to run,
Then-
and I'm
then I'll
slapping the
take-
dude still in the face, telling him to run himself.
Then I'll take point armed.
well, I wouldn't even call this combat, to be honest with you. So this is just back to just free play.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
have
do-
to be
I do
combat,
think-
but I'm
yeah.
armed and aware.
Yeah.
You guys take
I
the
do
opportunity to refill your oxygen reservoirs because you are getting pretty
yeah, I
low.
was about to
Yes.
say. I think at this point, because everyone's like getting the hell out of here, I just open my backpack and just like shopping rack rake, just get as many like oxygen pellets inside of my backpack. Just like, okay, we have enough. Go. can distribute them
So
later.
there's a problem with that. You get 3 total, and then it says insufficient credit out loud.
Oh god damn it! You fucking. Like, is there a glass window I can bash in with my crowbar?
No.
While he's having a moment, Jabari's. I'm gonna come up. Would I be able to use scavenging to try and fiddle with it to dispense some, anyways?
You can use scavenging to check to see what was in the crates that were used as the barricade.
Okay, I'll check those.
Can
see
I
if
use
there's.
engineering to do the thing that he just suggested?
I'm gonna say no.
I'll check the crates though. See if there's any useful things or anything.
Dr. Patton, do you try to obtain your own oxygen?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll obtain as much as my credits have for.
So you put your hand on the print, and it says unrecognizable. Probably because your hand's swollen to the size of a grapefruit.
Jeez, that is oddly specific, computer.
Can I use my other hand?
No, the computer doesn't say that part. It just says unrecognizable. You could use your other hand, except for the thumb. Like, you have thumbs, and the thumb's on the other side.
So the answer is no. It's designed specifically to read your left hand only.
Yes, it's designed specifically to read your left hand only.
Thumbs
Okay.
are one weakness.
Milo's just like puts his shoulder away, puts his hand back on the thing. It's like,
Just put me a fucking dead already. 5 more.
I'm gonna search the crates.
Okay, so you search the crates, and in the crates you happen to find a. Hold on 1 second. You find a flare gun,
Okay.
2 nail guns, and 4 oxygen cartridges.
Nice.
If you succeed your scavenging roll, that is. Damn it.
What am I rolling for that?
There's actually a scavenge, like thing.
Is there?
Yeah, but which of the 4 stats?
Yeah.
I would actually say either speed or strength. It's up to you, Jabari.
I'll use speed then. I do have scavenging, so that's going to be with 10%.
Nice.
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah.
just got it.
So you get 2 nail guns, 1 flare gun, and 4 oxygen cartridges. These oxygen cartridges are things that I'm kind of making up on the fly. I'll read more in depth if we ever need to use like full-blown vac suit oxygen. But
So-
for right now, this is like rebreathing like CO2 cartridges, but oxygen instead of CO2.
Right.
Jabari will tap Millo with one of the cartridges.
I mean, I already said it. I don't know what the machine does with that.
The machine does not accept debt, it seems. It just keeps saying insufficient credit.
Right.
So if you
don't need to
die,
breathe.
you die.
Do you have enough? Do you have enough for yourself, Jabari?
There is enough for each of us to take one and one emergency. The robot does not breathe.
Correct.
I mean, I have 3. You have 4. That's 2 per person and then 1 emergency one.
Let's
Fair.
not forget that Dr. Patton was unable to obtain any.
Right,
And
Yeah, no, that's why I got 3. He found 4. So
Right.
yeah. And Jabari can still use the machine to get a dispensed one.
I'll also do that. I'll get a dispensed one.
Can I get
Okay.
one dispensed even though I don't breathe?
No, because you don't have fingerprints.
I'll pass. I'll dispense another one so that I have 5, and I'll pass 3 to the doctor.
It sounds terrible, but you are a piece of equipment.
You are hardware.
you are definitely hardware.
I'll also
I appreciate this.
Yes, of course, it's no problem. If I wanted to take your breath away, well, after the mission.
Oh,
Milo definitely is just like, oh god, get a room. And he smooths out.
He's like, God damn it, that was good.
You did get rewarded with like a half smile and a nod. So
Yeah, and then I'll hand. Does M4 have a firearm?
she has a like the vibro machete thing.
Just the melee,
Yeah. So
just a vibe shetty.
just the vibe. So I've got 2 nail guns. Then I'll hold the 2 up and kind of raise an eyebrow towards the 3 of you.
yeah, she'll take one.
I got
wouldn't
actual
trust
training
myself
in
with
weaponry.
Yeah. Okay, Milo, take the other nail gun, and I'll hold on to the flare.
Excellent.
He's feeling really cool. He has a weapon again.
I assume it's not a two-handed
Yeah, it's
nail
It's
gun.
literally a nail gun that you would use to like nail down roofing.
Yeah,
but those things
No,
got
oh.
some pretty good aim.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
definitely like launch some nails out of it, but
Hey, the
Yeah,
nail
he-
gun
he,
does
like, grabs his
2d10 damage. So
oh, wow. Hell
He
yeah.
grabbed his own. He's ready to go, and then he looks back and he sees that Matt has one as well. He's like,
And on a crit, it does double damage. But yeah, I take it we proceed onward.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
walk forward probably about 200 yards, and then there's a bend. At that bend, the lights stop blinking, and it's just black, just darkness.
I think we need your eyes again.
Silly Milo,
hello?
my lights have always been on.
Yeah. I mean, I never turned them off, so
You must be
right. Well, I
terrifying
guess-
to look at.
Yeah.
Like you're like a
Yes,
cop that's
yes.
holding a
Oh,
flashlight
yes.
in your face.
But nobody has said anything.
Yes.
No one has said anything to her, so she's just kept them on to help everyone.
I mean, it is helping. It's unnerving, but it's helping. So
Right, I think it's your turn to go ahead in front. That way I don't have to look at your terrifying face as well. That's actually great.
Okay. She'll take the lead.
So interesting thing about this hallway, once you round this corner, you start to feel like a slight warm breeze. Kind of has like a little bit of a smell to it.
What
Like the kind of
is
smell of
smell?
like, have you guys ever like done, I wouldn't say compost, but have you ever raked up leaves after an entire season and it smells kind of dank and damp and
Yes.
And-
organic? Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You have a breeze that has that scent to it.
Right.
Great. That's totally what's supposed to be down here. In this lifeless asteroid that is driving through the...
And there is a bit of
space,
moisture.
where
It's
there's
not like
definitely air currents.
there is a bit of moisture. Like it feels humid. I guess the temperature itself is around 80 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So if that matters, it's been like the temperature hasn't changed. If that matters.
I mean, 80 degrees is very weird to me, but it's fine.
Oh, 80 degrees would be very hot for you. I don't know. What would it
that
be
would
like?
be very hot.
Would that be like
80
15
degrees
degrees or something for you?
No, I think
Like
80 would be
30.
around 20, but I'm not sure.
20 to 30. I think.
26.
20 to 30. Well, there you go. I was originally thinking 25, so like, nah, that's too much. Let's go 20. Apparently it's 26, whatever. Like, that's decently humid and warm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think at that point, like, unless anyone else has something, it's like,
Matt, you probably want to slow down a little bit. I
Okay.
think we should go ahead first into this.
What percentage would you like me to slow down?
What would you
Smells
prefer,
like this is
Milo?
why they call it the bowels.
I prefer you to not break down because of some weird creature grabs you from the fucking roof and then tears you.
Scanning
when you
everywhere.
Okay.
You proceed at the same speed.
I know I stop. I'm just gonna wait and like till he clarifies
want.
what he
A little bit
actually
faster
wants.
than that. A little bit faster than that, Matt.
Nods and turns and starts walking.
Is that the first time you called M4 Matt?
Well, I mean,
No, he's-
technically.
no, I mean, I was the one who gave M4 the name.
Oh, you're
Uh-huh.
right. Never mind. I thought it was a moment of sincerity. My bad.
Yeah, so she'll
I
start
mean,
going
it
like.
is still every time that Milo calls M4 Matt is a moment where basically Milo's like Matt. Like he's trying because he's seeing that the people around him don't like him saying boldface.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying, but it's an active thing where he's like, I'm not supposed to use that name. Matt.
Yeah, so I think
Very
she'll like.
deliberate in that sense.
I think she'll like start walking like a little bit slower, and then like every few steps will like look back at Milo to like make sure that this is like what he actually is looking for.
At some point, we will have worked it out.
Yeah. Takes some time.
You guys stop. It's like a 15-minute banter about how fast and how slow.
Yes.
At some point, Matt is like, I can go approximately 15 kilometers an hour. How fast between 0 and 15 would you like me to go?
And he goes up with she goes up with 5 kilometers an hour every time. It's like, no, somewhere in between of those steps. It's like, faster. Okay, 5 kilometers. No, slower. 5 kilometers. In between.
Excellent.
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to get some more like mild hallucinations throughout this period. Like
Nice.
the hard to see, but because of how pasty white they were, like Dr. Patton going to see like Faust's face kind of like shift into the shadows, but it's in a weird way that it shifts through solid wall. But it's like you can't tell if it actually happened or if your eyes are playing tricks on you because of the beams of light coming out of your companion's eyeballs.
No, it can't be real. He's gone, and these walls are solid. It did not happen.
Do you
Bet
say
you
that
wish
out
I went
loud?
to those drugs this morning now.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Well, you do the head shake and it's like, that's not real.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think there's a moment where Milo's like, wait, did the drugs actually work?
Did you tell her that you did experimental surgery on her this morning?
Oh no, definitely not.
I mean, it wasn't surgery. Just a little bit of help. That's it.
Fair.
But no, I did not tell her.
No.
Though he knows that she most probably knows, because it was semi-obvious.
So as you get closer, the bioscanner through like straight down this mine shaft corridor, you'll see is that there's a fair bit of movement of hard to register life forms.
There's some kind of movement of hard to register life forms here. What do you think?
I think that is not a good sign.
You all are approaching what was supposed to be the camp you're going towards, by the way.
Wait.
See what it holds for us, huh?
These are Milo's thoughts.
I will be careful as we approach. Thank you, Doctor.
Yes. We should all stay on alert, and he'll kind of do a double check on his machine gun.
Does anybody check the 6, or are you guys just like going forward? Just like full fuck it. move on from whatever the
Milo
fuck
definitely
happened.
is.
I was gonna say Milo said he had
definitely
the
is.
rear, so
I'm more worried about something coming from the front, the sides, the
Above.
top.
Okay. So Milo, what you realize as you're going forward is the red lights start coming on in the same SOS sequence, but they come on from behind you. So they don't come up to where you are, but they're behind you far enough that you wouldn't notice them.
I think at some point as it kept happening for some time, because he's not like continuously looking back. It's just from time to time he's like,
Wait, everyone, just wait for a moment.
as everyone as the group kind of like stops, he walks away from the group back towards where the lights are on now, and just sees if the lights are gonna turn off again when he gets close to them. Like very carefully, gun in hand, like.
As you get closer towards one of the lights, you actually find the source of the like breeze. There's like 2 small holes on either side of the walkway where it seems that the breeze is coming up through.
Is the smell the same, or does it start smelling like something else now? We're getting
Nope, the
close to
smell's
source?
the smell's the same. There's nothing particularly ominous about it. It's just an added detail. Like you pick up the information as to like, oh, this is why we have a breeze now.
The breeze is coming from around here. Just the lights have been weird, but well, everything's been weird. I guess.
So Jabari, you may be able to add some input here. The mine shafts are like multi-level. So there may have been like another downward, like the elevator shaft from the spine to the bowels. You didn't stop all the way at the bottom. So it could be like the ventilation shaft from a lower level, or it could be something else. But yeah.
yeah, I'll relay that. These mines go down pretty deep. There's no real telling where it might have come from or how far down it goes, but we should continue forward. It seems like nothing is going to, hopefully, get the drop on us again. We made that mistake once already.
Right. Well, guess it's not like sticking around here is gonna make anything any better.
Nikolai
Keep
like
going.
slowly makes his way back to the group.
As you make your way towards the group, the light above your head starts to do the flicker, and everybody notices it.
There's this definitely like this. The moment that it happens, he doesn't even look at it because you can see the light around him, but it's just like stop in motion. He just listens.
I'm gonna do a scan around again, like just full 360 bioscanner.
So you're still seeing the microorganisms, and like there are far fewer of the small like rodent size like life forms within the rocks. Which actually I'll say that one of them scurries by. It's like it's kind of like a ferret, but it has caterpillar legs.
As you do.
Yeah, it's a ferret with caterpillar legs.
Fun.
That's
Nice.
exactly what it looks like. And
Okay.
I'll say that Jabari and Matt will be like, these are just like the life form, like
The local fauna.
yeah.
They're actually really cute if you get to know them.
Oh no.
Mhm.
You guys can come up with a name for it if you'd like. Maybe chat can come up with a name. Either way,
Chat,
that's what
come
you
up with
say.
a name. Do it.
Do it, chat. I want 5 of them. Okay, they're called.
That's
I
the
want
name.
5 of them.
5 of them. Got 5 of them.
Love it.
All right. So the lights start to. They never go past you though. Like the lights will only turn on
Mhm.
as you pass a certain area.
Hmm.
But you're getting closer to the point where you can start to see reflection back, which you're going to assume is the door to the camp. So I guess if you guys are ready, nothing more is going to happen in this hallway. So I guess we can get to the door and you guys can figure out what to do from there.
Seems good.
So the door, it's not irising, it's like it shuts in the middle and like opens either way, like in either direction. It does have a like key code or a key card scanner. And it seems that underneath of it there's sparking wires, like it has been tampered with to the point where the key card scanner will no longer work.
Do you think you could fix this, Matt?
I can try.
That would be an engineering intelligence roll or strength. It could be a strength roll if you want to, unless you have jerry rigging strength or intelligence engineering.
I have hacking, not engineering, but I have computers.
You have been asked, so you must solve it now, for the fixer is not important.
Does computers work?
Milo's having an angry breakdown in the background of the scene.
Computers will work to help give you advantage to somebody else who may want to actually do the soldering. You guys have the tools to do the things, but
I can help Milo then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Milo
maybe
was angry because
that's
he wasn't
maybe
the one
that's
being asked. Milo's being angry and obstinate right now because
Oh.
she thought of you before him.
you know what? Actually, it's a working panel, right?
the panel isn't working. The power cord is still sparking though, so there's power going through the cable. It's just disconnected.
Yeah. So I think M4 will look at Milo and will say, if you can assist me in fixing the panel, I have the card that will unlock the door.
All right. And there's like this. Definitely, there's like, you are not the person I want you to ask. That I wanted to be asked to help them. It's like, God damn it! And then looks back and sees the blinking red lights that are in SOS, that are only on behind them. It's like,
Fuck it. Sure, just go. Whatever.
Now give me a second before you roll, Milo. So I will say, Milo, why do you have less than your full hit points?
I took like a. It was a small thing, but there was something that I think I tried to hit something or something, and it didn't work out well, so I took a few points of damage.
Yeah, you busted your hand or something like that. Okay. Cool. So if this fails, you're going to be successful in fixing it, but you're going to take 2d10 damage. If you don't fail, you're fine.
Ah, that's fine. I was allowed to use strength for this?
If you're using jerry rigging, if you're using engineering, it should be intelligence.
so angry.
And you have advantage.
There you go. Yeah!
You did it, and you didn't take 2d10
Did it.
damage.
You have advantage,
Awesome.
so see if
I
you
got
get a
the
crit.
power!
You have
Yeah.
advantage,
Oh, yeah,
so
no.
see if you get a crit.
Yeah. Boop.
No,
Nope.
no crit. If you got a crit,
But
it
two
wouldn't have
successes,
mattered too much. It would have just let the door open without using the key card.
But that would have mattered a lot, because then he could gloat over Matt.
That's a fair point. It's definitely good for the roleplay. Awesome. So what you do is you take care to wrap your fingers in electrical tape, and then you connect the copper wiring, like twisting it the proper ways, and making sure the right spot. And then you wrap the electrical tape all the way back around it, and then you see the panel light back up. First it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then dash, 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 dash. It says enter input.
Yeah, there's definitely some dirty looks towards Dr. Patton from time to time while he's doing that. But he doesn't say a word, it's just he does his work as he's supposed to.
So there's a button keypad, which you would expect is manual override, and then there's a key card slider.
Well, time to do your work, robot.
Yeah, she walks up, pulls out the key card, slides the key card.
You get one of those satisfying jingles like the beep boop, and then the doors start to separate, and you see smoke start billowing out. Not like so much that you're going to suffocate, but you see smoke.
That is a problem.
It is a
But
problem.
I still see some kind of life forms that are hard to pin down in the smoke.
Yes, you see it through, but it doesn't seem to be directly in front of you. It seems like, so you come in and it looks like there's a, like, what the hell is that type of steel? You know the steel with the rivets in it? Like the bump steel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
it's steel plates like that, and then you see like a metal staircase that goes down from it. It looks like they're either down below the staircase or off into like rooms forward of this place. The camp is quite large. It's probably like half a mile total. So you're like entering in the entryway.
Mm.
Can I see what is the cause of this smoke?
You cannot see what causes this, but it's not moving.
Can I scan the smoke to find out what kind of smoke it is? Like, is
I
this
You can probably smell burnt plastic, like burnt, like petroleum product.
Okay.
I may need to make a new map for this. I think I may do that. Nope, that's not. I need to do much.
Well, we're also at the end of the time.
Yeah.
This might be a good
Oh.
cliffhanger.
This sounds like a really good cliffhanger, and you'll have time to make a map between next week and now.
True.
Wait, so are we going 2 hours? Oh, we started at 6. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
And we've
Yeah.
been
Oh,
3
I thought we
hours.
Nine.
started at
Mhm.
7. Wow,
No, it's 9.
time flies when the game is exciting.
No, it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m.
He's like, I'll be the voice of reason. I
Yeah.
need to sleep.
Awesome. Well, guys, I had a lot of fun tonight. I hope
This
you
was
did
great.
as well.
Yeah.
It was a great session. Yeah.
Thank you all for playing. I'm excited to join, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
Thanks for being a part
You'll
of
have
it.
your moment in the spotlight. You'll have your moment in the spotlight. Give it a second.
Look, I think it's like I like where the dynamic is going. I think we're getting a good dynamic to start, and yeah, I'm
I
interested.
very much appreciate Matt and her catchphrases of okay and excellent.
Everything's going
Thank
to be
you.
fine.
Thank you.
I am
It's so good.
optimism.
I love it.
So
We need a bit of optimism on a pessimistic group.
I have to admit, I stole a little bit of the affectation. If anyone has seen the show Silicon Valley, there's this character that shows up like a couple like random times. There's like a small bit character that I guess the people who wrote it must have liked because they started playing him over and over. And basically, his name is John, and he only ever like talks when spoken to, and basically ends every sentence with "Okay." So yeah, there you go.
Sounds like someone you would find in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, guys, this was a blast. It will be uploaded on YouTube tomorrow around this time, because I think there's like this 24-hour waiting period, or you break term of service with Twitch.
Yeah, they advise waiting 24 hours.
Gotcha. So we'll wait that 24 hours. We'll have this uploaded onto YouTube. I feel like that's where we get most of the views on this anyway, because I share this a lot with the people in the Mothership Discord, which is a really fantastic place if you wanted to check it out. I don't have like a command for that, but I did drop the Mothership thing in chat. If you want to pick up the game, it's super cheap, it's super small, it's very quick to learn, and you can pick that up at TuesdayNightGames.com. Other than that, all these overlays were made by our fantastic Zev, who has been doing production today, which put huge stress off my shoulders. Zev,
Good job.
you do not understand how much better I felt wardening tonight than I did the first 2 sessions. Like, it was
This is why
so
I
much
suggest
less
it,
stressful.
even though Millo had to suffer a little bit today because I was like, oh god, buttons.
Nobody noticed. It was perfect.
Yes.
Which
But,
honestly I'm doing right now because I forgot to put in faces for the end cards. So I got the first and the second done. Working on the third to fifth.
Yep. So we'll get to the did anybody have any questions, any concerns, anything to raise as far as, like, I don't know, we didn't get super gory, but that part where the lady got ripped through a hole half the size of a human figure,
It's pretty
That-
metal.
that was pretty metal, but
We
I just
aren't
want to
dead
make sure
yet.
it wasn't
I'm really happy with
overstepping.
that.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm really good with gore, so I'm entirely fine with that kind of stuff.
Excellent. Cool. And yeah, beyond that, we'll get to either figure out what's up with these hallucinations, if they are hallucinations, or what's going on with the secrets that happen to be existing within our previous cast member Faust. Along with that, we are going to figure out what happened to this camp, which is much more present on the next episode. I hope you guys were okay with my little hand-drawn map and how we kind of navigated through it.
That was great.
No, it's good.
The space is a little bit weird because, like, some parts are longer than they're displayed as, but I'll work on getting the actual camp map set up during our next week. And then from there, I don't know, I guess it's time to do shout-outs if Zev is ready.
Mm-hmm. So let me go to the first one that I do have ready. Time for Kelsa.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It's /Kelsa Delphi. I play role-playing games on the internet. In addition to Here and Now, you can find me on Thursdays over on Ringus' channel, Party Web Games, for Packet Loss, where I am the GM and Outro is the doctor.
The tables have turned.
The tables have turned. Also on my channel, Mondays is Consumed. That's picking up again this week and in just a few days. And everything else is on hiatus. So for now, that's my shows. Follow me on Twitter if you want to learn more, because I always tweet out when I'm going live. Or follow me on Twitch if you would like. I host whoever's channel I'm on. So that's me. I don't know who's next.
Up next, we go to me, which is always great when you go over to the person that you... Whatever. It's fine. Hi, I'm me. I made these overlays. I can make other stuff for you if you get in contact with me, which you can do through those socials over there. Also, you can see me hanging out in Outro's channel and in actually everyone's channel, if I can find them, generally. And basically, I'm just always complaining that I'm very busy with my thesis, which is true, so that's fair. I think that's about all, besides the fact that I want to thank all of these lovely people for playing this game with me, because it's awesome. And I want
Tell
more of this.
everybody
Can we
what
play
your
tomorrow?
thesis is on. I'm sure they'll be intrigued.
So my thesis is on creating basically the D&D Beyond for Pathfinder. Yeah, I'm a
Very
nerd.
cool.
Now everyone knows that I'm a nerd. It's
Now
official,
we
I guess.
know how
This
much
wasn't it
of a
yet.
nerd you are.
Now we know how much of a nerd.
Yes.
Fair.
I mean, D&D Beyond for Pathfinder would be legit as fuck, though.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, and also a lot of work, I can tell you that.
Awesome.
I do believe, though, that a third one is ready. It is almost ready. Rendis, it is your turn while I make you bigger, so you fit.
Make me bigger. Hello, I am
There we go.
Rendis.
Fixed.
I am Rendis of Party Wipe Games. You can catch me on my Twitch channel, Party Wipe Games. We are normally running most days of the week. The aforementioned Packet Loss on Thursdays. Fridays we do reading, where I'm currently working my way through Good Omens. Saturdays we play 5th edition Descent into Avernus. Sundays, if I'm not here, I'm over on a friend's channel, Forgebreaker, where we play Tomb of Annihilation. Mondays, I run a 5th edition homebrew game set in a high fantasies 1920s style world. And it's pretty neat. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, where I play the best clan, La Sombra, fight me.
I love
and
La Sombra.
La Sombra are the best. And Wednesdays, we are on Forgebreaker's channel again. Outside of being surprisingly fast at my outro, unlike on Thursdays, the only other big announcement is that, as mentioned at the start of the show, we have a Patreon open now. So if you guys like what we do and you want to see us improve our productions, or just want to play in one-shots with us sometime, check out our Patreon page so that you can help us out and hang out with us sometime.
And before we move on to the next person in the line, Rindis, remind me that for next time I make sure your patron is also on the outro card.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then, moving on to number 4, Wise.
Hi there, I am Sam, aka Wizened Fool, or the Wizened Fool on Twitter. You can find me there. I will also be playing Scum and Villainy on Unmade Gaming's channel tomorrow for goofy, wacky, ridiculous hijinks.
Nice. Unmade Gaming's a good dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so I'll be there, and I'm here and there for right now. And follow me on Twitter, and you can see the other gaming related stuff I do.
Nice and short.
I didn't get to
Moving
meet
on
on
to,
Made Gaming while I was at PAX Unplugged. I was really disappointed because I really
Oh,
wanted to meet
dang. I wish I'd known that. I could have introduced you.
him. Oh, well. Hindsight.
Guess who's left with outros?
That
Outro. Oh.
All right. So I guess before I go into my own outro, I'm going to harken back to a part of Kelsa's card. She made me an octopoodle, which is part of her little blurb, and it's absolutely adorable. Its name is Bendy McSquishyhead, and that's how that is. I'm outro. I play currently this, which I am wardening this group of really, really unlucky souls. And I am also Dr. Triage on a Packet Loss, or on a Scum and Villainy game, Packet Loss, on Thursdays, over on Brindis's channel. Other than that, I play video games when I have the opportunity. Right now, I've been playing a lot of colony builders, such as RimWorld, Oxygen Not Included. I want to get Planet Zoo because I want to make a zoo really bad, but I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. But other than that, you can catch me playing Pokemon. I tweet a lot, so my Twitter, definitely check it out. I guess I'll post that. Is that socials? That's how you talk. And yeah, I'm looking forward to more games to come. I have 2 that I really want to indulge in. I want to run a game of Goblinville, which is another small press game like Mothership. Same size, like 30 pages long, and you get to be little goblin dudes, and it's super fun. And then the other game is Misspent Youth, which I believe Rindis has volunteered to run because I want to be a punk.
Yep.
So yeah,
Wait,
that's
If
about
I
me.
may
right
interject real quick, for those that are interested in Goblinville, this week, I believe Tuesday, Adam will do a first look on that. So,
Oh, nice.
now. Oh, Adam's doing
which
a
has been
first look
player
on
this
Goblinville?
system, so yeah.
Ah, that's
I'm not exactly sure which day. If you go to his Twitter, you can see his layout of what he's doing this week. But I thought I should put it out there. He has been a player on here before and an alright good dude, and you were talking about Goblinville, so
that's
fair to
sort
me.
of a slightly frustrating experience because I was like, haha, I'm finally going to beat Adam to a game. And then he's like, I'm going to do the first look before you get your game started. Ah! Damn it. But anyway. Guys, that was Bag of Bones.
He's doing his first look on Tuesday, 11 a.m. his time.
Well, I will not have a game ready by then, so you beat me this time, Adam.
Well, darn it.
But yeah, this has been Bag of Bones. Thank you all so much for coming by. If you're catching this on YouTube, awesome. There were a few little sound difficulties, but we recapped it. I will probably either edit those out or I will fix it by putting in timestamps. But yeah, I'm going to say bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.